Hey, how you doing? Mhm. I decided I would give it another try and go live and see if anybody's awake. So quiet. Hopefully. I actually wasn't even really on, well, I was on YouTube, but just watching, like documentaries and stuff. I watched a lot of, hopefully there'll be a few people awake. Maybe Friday night, right? I mean, come on, people, wake up. Well, wake up. So anything good happen on YouTube tonight? I don't know. Um, I'll give it a little while, see if anybody shows up, and then if not, then I'll just save it for another time. But God, shit's getting boring lately, isn't it? It's like, oh my God, like nothing to do anymore. I'm getting real sick of it. I'm hoping people are gonna show up. Oh, hi. Whoever that is. How you guys doing? Everybody good tonight? Was there any good like live streams going on? I didn't bother to check before I went live, so maybe, plus it is pretty late, but there is time zones, differences in time zones, so who knows? I mean, you never know. People could be live, I guess. Oh, you know what I need to do? I forgot to, actually. Dang it. That's There we go. Hold on. All right. Okay, I'm back. uh, yeah, I was just going to watch a documentary about, called the Man in the Red Bandana and see how that is. Oh, shit, I forgot to look and see if anybody's live right now. Because if they are, then I'll just, you know. Earlier, I had to end my freaking live stream because, it was like ridiculous. My cat was bothering the crap out of me. So I ended it. Yeah, I'm just gonna, give it a little while, see how things are going. But yeah, I didn't do much. What was I looking at? I did watch this one thing where um, I forget her name. Her name was like Brooke something, and she had a baby, and then she like it was alive, and she killed it and buried it in the backyard, and I guess like there was like a part of her that looked like she was, young and just not like realizing. I don't know. I don't know. She did like appear innocent, but then there was just something about her when she was in the courtroom, like how well there was something about her mother too. Like, I didn't really care for her mother because her mother was like all, well, first of all, I mean, when your kid is going into like an interrogation room, you don't let them go in there by themselves, really. I mean, even if they are 18, then you say, well, then I'm going to get them an attorney. But not once did she do it, 2 times she did it. But she ended up like not getting prosecuted, not getting convicted of it. So, I mean, like she couldn't have like thought, it looked like more that she was worried about how her mother would be, because her mother was, like one of the dresses, like she was going to a prom and she had bought her this dress, and her mother texted her, "Oh, make sure you don't eat too much and put on weight. You want to be able to fit into your dress." And I mean, how can you not tell your daughter's 8 months pregnant if they've always had an eating disorder? And you think, wow, all of a sudden they just fixed their eating disorder? Like, really? Because at the beginning of the documentary, it was all like, oh, she's always had an eating disorder. We've tried different kinds of places and stuff. And then what? All of a sudden, you're going to say your kid's had an eating disorder, right? So much so that she didn't even really develop. Hi, Laura. What happened today? And then all of a sudden your kid's 8 months pregnant, and, you know, and so you're sending your daughter with an eating disorder, text messages saying, well, try not to eat too much because, you want to be able to fit into your dress. Geez, no wonder why the girl had an eating disorder. What happened today? You know, I felt like the mother probably put so much pressure on the girl to be perfect that, you know, I mean, they were a good looking couple, like her mother and father. And the mother, her hair was all like done, like real good. And I don't know. Come on, I'm at the edge of my seat, Laura. What happened today? Tell me. Tell me. What happened? What happened today? Hmm. Hello to the other 4 people here. My God, you leave me hanging, Laura. You're not going to tell me what happened? Or do you really want me to guess? I'll be here all day trying to guess. you know? I couldn't call my live stream token and talking tonight because I don't have any leads. I can't token talk. All right, dog. Come on. I have to be making that kind of noise. It's so quiet, man. I could drop the link, Laura, if you're still in here and you want to come up. All right, buddy. Stop. That better not be my notebook, you little bastard. Oh, crap. These animals, every time I go live, if it's not one, it's the other. Seriously. What are you doing? No. Get up here. Come here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why do you look like you're going to do something that I don't want you to do? No, that's what they're saying. Oh, you got to sit with the cats now? Like my dog really likes the cats so much. He's got to sit with them. My stomach like a fucking sound. Oh, well, I'll drop the link then. Good, because it's so quiet. I can't take it. So I'm going to drop the link because I feel like it's so silent. Usually I don't mind, like, I'll talk enough for everybody, but what are you doing, buddy? Jeez. I don't know what the hell goes on with these animals. Now they're all, like, sitting together, and all three of them don't even like each other. I was doing so much research today. Buddy, come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? No, really, buddy. What are you doing? Get up here. I don't trust you. Oh my God, that's so funny. Laura, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my dog, by the way. So when I'm going, get up here, just so you know. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey, you. Whoops. Okay. See, they're distracting me. No. Here comes Tucker now, too. I knew it. Hi.
I'm jumping down after I explain this because, all right, so basically, the place that I
Okay.
order from, am I delayed? Oh
No,
man.
you sound fine.
Okay. Okay, so the place that I order from, they deliver and everything. They have the best deals. It's here in Vegas, obviously.
Order
But
what? Weed?
yeah.
Yeah.
So to make a long story short, you have to order at least $80 for them to waive the delivery fee. And blah 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 blah. It's like a whole thing every month, like I spend pretty much like $100, and it has to be cash. So I go to the ATM today, and long story short, I'm just under 100, and I was like, oh my God. So I just take out 80, and I'm like, fuck, what, like, to make a long story short, I'm trying
Yeah.
so hard.
No, you don't
So
have to make a long story short. I got time. Go ahead.
okay, so I go, well, when I was ordering to make the amount, like a certain amount, I just got to a point that I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just going to order the ones that are a couple bucks more, like the ones that specifically are being donated to breast cancer.
Hmm.
And I was like, in my heart, I was like, maybe like if I put this out into the universe, something good will, I don't know, I can't explain it. But so I put those all in my cart, whatever. And then the next thing I know, like I said, I went to the ATM. So then I'm talking to my sisters. Like, I call my sister. I was like, it's like, hey, do you happen to have like 20? Because she's my neighbor. Long story. I'm sorry. I'm just like nervous
No,
times.
go ahead. Do
So
go do
weird and
that. Go
awkward.
ahead. I'm
Okay,
not.
so
I'm not rushing you either because I didn't know what to talk about. So go right ahead.
the next thing I know, I get a text telling me that I have like a $230 credit and 71 cents. I'm thinking that's got to be wrong. Like that's got to be a different decimal. And they're like, "Oh yeah, no, we recently changed businesses or something along those lines." I don't know where I would have to get to the text, which it's just something along the lines of like, um, we
I read
recently,
Cancer Project. Go ahead. Yep.
I don't know, but to make a long story short, I had like over $200 in credit, and I was like, so I can use, like, I could just have my order free. I'm just thinking that that doesn't sound
Oh, it was
right.
a
And
$200 credit there. I thought you meant like at the
yeah,
bank.
yeah, no, 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 there. And I'm just like, that doesn't sound right, but it's got to be a mistake. I was like, so my order would be free. And they're like, well, technically we have to like charge you tax or whatever. So the minimum would have to be like, that would charge you would be $1.40. And I'm just thinking, are you kidding me? Like this sounds like
Ah,
too good to be true. But then like they delivered it and like even told me like, well, here's your remaining like fee or like balance or whatever. I'm just
yeah.
like,
So you must still have a credit balance then, right?
yeah, I still have like over $100. And I don't know, it was just like one of those things that makes me kind of like believe in God again or something. I don't
Oh,
know.
you're so funny. Hi, Day Day. Um, Ian, what do you mean no worries? And hi, Red Pants Project. Well, that's good because I don't have any weed, and I wish I did. That's why I couldn't call it token and talking tonight because I don't have weed. I'm suffering. I'm suffering.
I would have been suffering.
Now, what did you say they gave you the credit for? Like, because they had stole their company or
They
something?
had switched companies and they were doing like this new company basically. They give you a certain amount of money per dollar you've ever spent there. And I've been a customer there for like years at this point. So I guess that's how much credit I had. I don't know.
I'll have to look into that. That it's just that 20% tax, man. It's so freaking that's high.
Yeah, if you have a medical card, you don't have to pay that type of tax.
Yeah, that's true. I heard that. Like it's just so like I don't know. Everything seems to be like such a freaking task lately. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
because with the quarantine, like we all got lazy or something.
Oh, hey, Day Day.
Got used to the freaking getting Red Pants Project this year too, and Ian um got used to like just staying in and having everything delivered and shit. But I was researching a lot. I know you like researching stuff too.
Yeah, that's what
Like
I'm thinking. Like, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm just thinking like this service is about to bring me my shit, like $100 worth of shit for $1.40.
I think that's wonderful.
It was just like, yeah, it was just like, what? Like, is this
That's pretty
real?
cool.
Like, hello?
I think that's great. Oh, you played piano on a live stream and then got called back. Wow, that's cool. That's really cool. Ian said he plays piano on a live stream. Oh, maybe sometime you can play piano and Laura can sing. Right? You guys can collaborate on a song.
Start a band.
Yeah, right. I always wanted to do that. Start a YouTube choir.
I can be like, boom, booch, boom, booch, boom,
It
boom,
was funny.
boom.
We could just all be like little, the squares on the piano. We can have like 10 members of our choir and we'll like have
Yeah, like
practice.
whatever instrument you are, just have a picture of like the drums. If you're the
Oh my
piano
God.
player, then your avatar's
I,
a piano.
I was thinking more like we would just do a choir like on Sister Act instead. We'll just practice our songs and shit. Oh yeah, Laura sings wicked good. Sings really good. I was doing some research on 9/11. I know it was a long time ago, but for some reason I got sucked back into that.
Yeah.
Um, that 9/11, and it's like,
Did you watch Orphan?
oh my God, I put it on my to watch list. I found it. It's free on YouTube, so I am gonna watch it because it
Okay,
does
because
look
I'm
good.
getting frustrated. I've recommended it to 77 people and no one's watched it yet.
No, no, no. Actually, I'll probably watch that. I'll probably watch that after we get off here because
Okay,
usually
I'm
that's what
listening.
happens. Yeah. But I was researching, that whole 9/11, and all that shit. And I'm like, I still cannot believe that we let him get away with that. Bush, you know? Because I do think that,
I don't think he was behind it.
I do.
I
Because his
like
brother
I
was
don't
the
think
one
he's
who,
smart enough to plan the whole thing. There's no way he's smart enough to plan that whole thing. I'm so sorry. Like there's just no way.
well, I'm
I,
sure that there was other people involved. I'm sure he didn't, but his brother and his cousin were the security company that went into, the World Trade Centers the weekend before when they had a power down and shut everything down, all the cameras and everything. So, and that was his brother Marvin Bush and his cousin. He had a weird name like Wirt or something, like some weird name, WIRT.
they made it
And
obvious because of Building 7. It wasn't even fucking hit by anything. Whoops.
oh my God, the way that they fell was like so. Oh my God.
It's just like someone can pull a string and it's just like,
Yeah, they went down like in 10 seconds, like a building like that is not gonna fucking fall. It was like almost like a free fall, like it would have
that's
to be
the thing
hollow.
though. Actually, it is there is a theory, allegedly, that it was actually built to be demolished in the first place. Like they basically that was the first time they had ever built a building with that specific infrastructure here in America, to the point that they had like alleged pivots with explosives, and it was also created so that if needed, it will fall demolition style instead of, wiping out all of the city.
Well, I did a lot of research on it, and when they were describing, like, the way the that it was made, um that was like reinforced steel, and then in the middle they like all of the stuff on the outside was all the steel, and then on the inside where the bank of all the elevators were, they had like 90 elevators, um was also steel going up, and then on the top they had this like a tack thing that kind of kept it together, kind of. I don't kind of weird thing, but that wasn't there. They never found that. And um all of those, like, they found no file cabinet, like nothing. Everything was like pulverized, and as they're going down you can see like squibs. When they do those controlled demolitions, they put squibs, and you can see squibs, you know I mean, it was just incredible. I spent like all day basically, watching all these. I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe the fact that his brother, though, was the head of the security company for the Port Authority, for Dulles Airport, for United Airlines, for the World Trade Center. And that whole weekend right before it, that they shut down all the cameras, like they powered it all down. And which basically meant that anybody could come in and go as they please. And I can't help but like keep asking. I mean, to me, that is so. Even if it wasn't, Bush and Bush's brother, I can't find anything where they questioned what went on there that weekend. Where
No, just
there
like
was
Mandalay Bay, you'll never hear about it from the feds again, ever.
It's so horrific. I mean, I was watching Jon Stewart. I like Jon Stewart, and he had gone to Congress and was, he's been fighting for the firefighters and everything for their because they're all getting cancer. Because they also told them that,
That's not just them, even New Yorkers. You live in
yep,
that area, you're inhaling that. A lot of New Yorkers have died and are dying from various
yep.
cancers because of the amount of radiation as well as asbestos.
Well, yeah, and the asbestos, yeah, because the asbestos in the World Trade Center was like they had loads of asbestos. So, anytime they needed to do some kind of a rehaul of, something, a remodel, it was, you know, they would have to remove all the asbestos. But in order to remove all the asbestos, it would have been like millions. So the guy who bought the contract for World Trade Center, um, 6 weeks before it went down, he quick rushed through some insurance for acts of terrorism, and he ended up getting $5 billion from the insurance company. And I mean, and they say that the gold was gone that was underneath the building, underneath building 6. And then building 7 didn't get hit at all. And
Yep.
they're showing it, huh?
Trying to explain this shit to certain people is the joke. It's almost just like, how fucking stupid do they think we are? But then I'll find someone that is just like, no, 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 it was a Al Qaeda, or not fucking whatever. And I'm just like, okay, so explain Building 7, and then like I show it to them, they're like, well, that could no, just no, 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 no. Like, um, it's almost
What do you
like
mean they
I
want
get
you
to
to
a point
explain
where
building
by the time
7?
I was like 18, by the time I was 18, I would show someone like a clip of like video building 7 that I found on YouTube, for example, and then they're just like they're still trying to make up excuses. I just start laughing. I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. You've got to be like, people really are as stupid as the government thinks.
There was actually a newscaster, right? And she's on the news, and this guy, the New York is behind her, and she's saying, and now we have a report that Building 7 has fallen. Building 7 was behind her. It was still up. It didn't fall for another 20 minutes. And you could hear in the recordings the fire department and the cops are saying, step back because that bomb is, I mean, not that bomb, that building is about to come down. That building is about to come down. And it came down perfect within 6.5 seconds. Scuds, did you say Scuds? Oh,
I'm
I said,
crazy.
because I said, I was talking to Data, by the way.
I'm
I
sorry.
think that Red Pants said, so why do you think George Bush would do that? I think he would do it because he's narcissistic and he wants all the money and he's like fucking Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls. I'll rule the world.
In my opinion, it was the beginning of the New World Order, and Bush, like whether he had knowledge or not, I don't think he was the mastermind behind any of it. I think you have, again, CIA type echelon, if you will, because
I just think it's so weird they didn't question his brother.
well, they never will. They're
No,
never
I
gonna.
know.
We're
That's
never
what
gonna
drives
hear
me
about
nuts.
Mandalay Bay again, and
Drives me
that's
crazy.
just the way it is.
Oh,
Welcome to
that's
America.
what got me on 9/11 was because I had been doing the Mandalay Bay, and when MGM tried to sue the victims, um, it's because they were saying it was an act of domestic terrorism, and the day after 9/11, George Bush starts working on this new, bill that it got passed, like it was passed by September 23rd, that was retroactive to protect all those, like the airlines, the security company, World Trade Center, to protect them and made it retroactive.
It was also a perfect excuse to now when you fly, take your shoes off, do this, do that, do this, do that. We want to know everything about everyone. It instills fear. When you
Yep.
instill fear in a group of people, they're going to be more controlled. They're going to be easier to control. And the thing about Mandalay Bay, this sounds really stupid, but it was at something called Festival 91, and it was on
Mm-hmm.
October 1st. If you put that together, it's like 9/1/11/01.
I don't know. It's fucking like so much shit that is ridiculous. And I think another thing that is kind of crappy is that you got your Democrats that want certain things, and then you have your Republicans that want certain things. And so when they keep changing the administrations like this, it's like then they'll take out of effect the things that the Democrats put in effect and put back their shit in effect. So nothing really can even change because it's not,
For the record, my
you know,
dyslexia fucked that up, but you guys get what I mean.
yeah. And like what you were saying about a way to, basically know everything about us and all that, that's because of, you know, um, because of that whole 9/11 thing. But here's the thing, they got um, 85 recordings of the Pentagon, playing there that they won't release, because there's no possible way that a plane hit that building. I'm sorry. It was like a 15-foot hole. I mean, that shit's ridiculous. And why wouldn't they? If you're going to send a whole, nation to war and cost all those billions and trillions of dollars when we were in the black, we didn't even have a deficit. They should be held to some kind of transparency for the reason why, you know?
I had just turned 16 when that happened, and I remember being at school, and it's just on the news pretty much. We're not really like having school, although we're at school. Everyone's just watching the news, and it's like silent. And like I just remember walking into my third hour, and the news is on again. Everyone's just watching it, and at that point, I think both towers had been hit, and so we're all just watching these towers, like, and it's just like, I don't remember. I just remember thinking, like, oh, Uncle Sam, what the fuck are you doing now?
Oh my God, I just
But of
can't
course, I kept
even.
that to myself because if I were to say that to my fellow students, they would probably laugh and be like, what's wrong with you? It's just no point. No point.
I like Russia. But there is a point because here's the thing: when we stop,
Not when everyone is just going to argue with you and tell you that you're wrong no matter how right you are over and over and over and over. It becomes almost like you go into a state of catatonia, like when your whole life you're trying to tell, whether it's adults or just someone, something you're trying to say, like, please listen to me, and they're not listening. Nobody listens until it's too late, and you
right?
wonder, it's just like,
Exactly.
it gets to the point that it's like, I don't know if I've given you this example before. It's like, let's say everyone's sitting at the dining room table eating, and there's a fan above the dining room table, and it's like you're that one person that can see the shit coming, so you step the fuck back and you're like, hey, hey, like raising your hands, but nobody is paying attention. Everyone is ignoring you, and then you just watch them all get hit by the shit. And it's like, you're like, I tried to tell you, like, oh, I should have listened. But then the next time you try to tell them something, it's the same thing all over again, and it's your whole life since you can remember. It's exhausting. There's no point sometimes. There really is just no point trying to explain certain things to certain people because we'll just never get it.
Well, a lot of people like to, use that phrase conspiracy theory. Oh, conspiracy theories, which is so stupid. You know, the government made up that phrase, and then and I mean, you can't deny that things are crooked in a lot of ways, and a lot of like the Mandalay Bay, and a lot of things are
You
wrong.
would think, but there really are people that are so stupid that they still think it was fucking like Osama bin Laden behind that. And it's just like, I can't wrap my head around that. I feel like I look at a human that still believes that, like, God bless you. I love you as my fellow like human, but I just can't talk to you. I'm sorry. Like, I can't talk to you.
I think the
And it's
family did had
fucking
something to do
terrifying.
with it because they did like stop all air traffic except for 6 planes they flew out the Bin Laden family, which the father there was having breakfast with, because they do have like a company together.
And for the record, I
And
am working on it. Like, I don't mean to be like disrespectful to people that are like, I'm not trying to put people down for being slow or challenged or anything like that. I'm just saying, like I understand like that. Like, hi, my name is Laura. I'm a fucking cunt. Like, I get it. But my point is like, I'm working on it. It's a phobia that I've had like my whole life. Like, if someone doesn't understand something that I think is just like common sense or just too easy, I don't like, I don't know. I get to a point where I'm just like,
well, good thing you're around people who do understand, right?
right. But
Right.
it's hard to find, and it's scary that most people are
Don't
stupid.
understand.
But
Right,
like,
but here's the
it
thing,
scares
when,
me. It
you say until
scares
it's too
me.
late, right? You say until it's too late and then it's already gone through. But if we give up and stop speaking about it, then eventually what happens is the rules that they've accepted become something that we have to accept too, because, we'll look like but at least if you keep, you know, even to go back on something that was 20 years ago is good, because then at least 20 years later you could point out and say, see, right? So at
Do
least
you
by
know
giving
anyone that,
them,
I'm sure you know someone that's like they're either so left or so right. It's like you can't even listen to them fucking speak and take them seriously because it's just um like for example, like my neighbor is just constantly asking, like, how should I explain this? My neighbor is constantly like a huge Trump supporter, and that's totally fine. Like, that's great. Support who you want. However, it's just like it gets to a point where it's like every conversation is talking about like the last thing he had to say and how funny it was, or like just basically like being almost just like so mindless that you're the only thing that consumes your brain is what's going on with like the left or the right. And it's just like I just have to like close my eyes and take a deep breath to get
Yeah,
like
because that's
through it when
definitely a
I'm talking to certain
division.
people, because it's just like I'll want to have like an actual intellectually stimulating conversation. And again, it's like, oh, did you hear about this now with Trump or Biden or whatever? And I'm just like, oh my God, like
Yeah.
I'm thinking in my head, like, Jesus, please help me, like, please help me, please help me. Because once politics enters the room, logic stands up and leaves.
Well, the thing is that it's a way to divide people, like by making them think they have a choice, which really we don't, because
Well,
we all
yeah,
know
stupid
that,
people though. Stupid people.
uh, because of look at that fucking whole George Bush even getting in as president. He didn't win that election. So it's like fucking, yeah. After that, basically, I lost my faith in like voting. Then hi Jose, hi 805 Remedy. Like it just made me feel like, wow, how dare they waste the public's time to make them think that their vote counts? I mean, that's so fucked up, you know? But then again, I'm not sad about being my age because at least I remember some good times
Yeah.
when,
Oh, yeah. It gets better. It does get a little bit better as you're older. Like, imagine having my fucking brain in first grade and you just don't fucking get it. You don't fucking get it. Like, the first day
no,
of
I don't
sixth
mean like
grade.
that. I mean like because I went through the last good election where it was an actual, and had the last good president and the good times and after the whole George Bush, the son got in, forget it. Our deficit is so big now that we'll never get out of it. Um, but at least, being my age, I got to experience the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s were probably the last good era of music. After that, it's like, ugh, too much electronics and all kind of shit.
Yeah, I feel like I grew up with the best music, hands down best music when I grew up in the 90s. It was like rap was at its top, like pop was at its top, grunge was at its top, like alternative. It's just like so many different types of
Yeah,
music. I don't
90s
know.
was the last era of good, because music was good. Like it was real. Who was the last good president? I mean, Clinton. Clinton was the last good president. I liked
I did not have
Clinton.
sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to remember that during that time. Here's the thing, though. At the end of the day,
No, I
where
don't
that
care. I don't.
kind of
I was
stuff
just. I was
was,
trying to make you laugh.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. Well, I really like Clinton. You know what I mean? Like, I really wish that they
I was
had
like
let
9
him.
when he was the president, so
He should have remained. They should have left him as
obviously, like,
president.
kids my age mostly were just talking about him getting head in the quote unquote oral office, like, because that's what elementary school kids do
It's
is
the
turn.
Oval Office.
Right, but elementary school kids think it's funny to call it the oral office. I'll never forget that. That's what everyone was calling it after that happened. I was like 10 when that happened, or
Oh yeah,
9.
because you know, well, I mean, just I don't know. I always taught my daughter a lot about politics and stuff, and so she is politically inclined. But I just feel bad for her generation because basically after when all that shit, we were in the black. We had no deficit, and now we're fucked. So that's the end of that shit. What's funny is I don't know if you ever read the book Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand. You ever heard of that?
I don't think so.
Well, it's like almost like identical to that whole shit with Clinton, like the guy's name was John Galt and his wife was even down to the blue dress. Seriously, it's so weird. And she wrote the book in the 1940s. And then with the World Trade Center and the steel tariffs, it's such a weird book. It's like almost like prophetic, you know? But I was just really like sickened by that whole fucking watching that 9/11 and yeah, now knowing like seeing then I remember them saying to the first responders, oh, the dust isn't poisonous, it's not toxic, but they knew that that there was even besides
Asbestos,
anything at
that's
all,
why
they
they
knew.
discontinued building with
Huh?
them.
Huh?
They knew that there were asbestos. It was built in 1970, which they discontinued in the 80s.
Right, but it also had silica dust too in it. All that yellow, when all those people were yellow, it was all silica dust. And so, but the thing is that they knew the asbestos was in it, so they knew damn well that it wasn't not toxic, the air. You know,
Right.
it's like Anne Rand was born in your favorite city in the world. Where's your favorite city in the world? White Russia. White Russia. I like White Russians. Do you ever drink White Russian, Laura?
When I was a kid,
When I was a kid.
like
Look,
14,
yeah,
15.
she's got a White Russian in her baby bottle instead of
No,
milk. She drinks
no,
it.
not that, not a baby. No,
I,
no. I didn't grow up like Drew Barrymore.
I know. I like Drew Barrymore.
I just feel so bad for her. And it's sick to me, like seeing like her interview with Johnny Carson when she's 6, because no, like she's already come out. She was drunk there. Like she already explained her mom would pour Bailey's on her ice cream before performances like that, or I should say appearances like that, so that she would be more, entertaining and relaxed. And at the beginning, like she slips, but they got her so fucking trained. The 6-year-old's instantly like, yeah, I have new shoes and whatever. But just like watching that back and seeing all these people commenting like how cute she was, and the fact that I know that she's intoxicated just makes me want to reach through the screen and fucking smack him in the face. Like, yeah, that's so fucking cute. Like, oh my God, I love drugging children. Like, how adorable. Like, no, like, you don't know what, I can't. I can't.
Well, she came, like she made that whole. I remember she got up on David Letterman's fucking desk and lifted her shirt up in front of him. Fucking, she was bad then.
She was in rehab by 9 and for
Yeah, yeah. I
alcohol,
remember that being on the cover of People.
and
Mackenzie
then
Phillips,
again,
yep. Mackenzie Phillips.
at 12 for cocaine.
I know. It's fucking, that's Hollywood for you. I think those
Yeah,
kids.
exactly. Like that's pretty much all of them. But what I'm saying is like it grosses me out when people refer to that as cute. Like abusing children, in my opinion, is not cute. That's fucking disgusting. So I don't know. I have to just remind myself it's just ignorance. They don't know better.
I
They
think they
don't.
mean like her looks are cute. You know what I mean?
No, like the comments are all like, she was such a natural, like, oh my gosh, she was so entertaining. And just like, wow, her personality, she wasn't shy at all. Like, oh, how adorable just
But she's
things
still
that,
like that. Like she's still adorable. You know what
right,
I
but she's
mean?
drunk there. And she already gave an interview about how like she can't even watch that. So it breaks my heart when people, I don't know.
But they may
I'm
not
not.
have read what you read. Like they don't know. They may
That's
not
what I'm
know.
saying is I'm not relatable. Like I don't like I look into things that most people don't give a fuck about. So that's why I there's no point in even
I
talking to
feel like
certain
you
people.
think that we don't look into things and don't give a fuck
No, no, no,
about
no, no,
things.
not you. I'm talking when I say like I'm speaking like people in general. The average person, I don't know. You would have to just go to the interview and see the comments for yourself. I can't even read them. It's
I
because
mean,
I
I
know
just
too
kind
much.
of like, this is the thing though. She got out of it, right? She has like her, she's happy, she's good, so I mean, she got out of it and she brought to light that a lot of the kids like Mackenzie Phillips, that's something weird, Red Pants, that had consensual relationship with her dad. That is so fucking weird. Isn't that the Mamas and the Papas? Wasn't that her father was like in the Mamas and the Papas? I mean, now that to me, I gotta wonder, why didn't he get arrested for that? When she came out with that. People still go, oh, I love the mamas and the papas, right? Like, not even
Yeah, but that's
thinking.
totally different because like enjoying a song has nothing to do with like something that is going on with one of the band members past.
No, I'm
But
saying
saying,
like,
but when you're watching an
you never
interview
had to go
of
to
a little
jail. Like,
girl
nobody ever
that's
like
drunk.
went into it more. Like Woody Allen marrying his fucking, you know, stepdaughter,
No, no, no.
adopted
That would
daughter.
be like that. The example to compare that to would basically be like, oh my gosh, it's so cute how Mackenzie Phillips used to sleep with her father. Like that. That's the type of comment that would be disgusting.
Well,
Because like
yeah, but what I'm
when
saying
people are
is
saying
that
like Drew Barrymore was so cute because of how talkative she is here and how over the top entertaining she is for a 6-year-old and how like she slurs
I
her
gotta be
words
honest
but
with you. I don't think that Bailey fucking had her all fucked up anyway. You know what I mean?
yeah, they
Like,
had her vodka, tequila, all different types. Like she couldn't even keep up with alcohol because they had her smoking cigarettes. She would be at clubs, bars, parties with her
well,
mom,
people
and a
be
lot of these adults
exaggerating.
knew that. Carson knew that, like just the way he's looking at her, like like winking at her and stuff. And I don't really want to go into this shit. Like it's just fucking disgusting. I just have to remind myself that like I'm
Right.
Laura.
Right. Her book High on Arrival was badass. Was that the one that she like wrote when she was younger, right? When she was like I forget when she first
She talks
came
about
out
how she
talking.
basically had like her mom drank when she was pregnant with her, and then like they
The
made it into
alcohol.
a joke that they got her drunk since she was 3 years old. And I'm the type of person that doesn't find child abuse funny. You know what, let me clarify something. I was forced to perform since the age of 2, and this is what bothers me is just, like, someone like me who didn't make it to, like, a household name type thing. People are so clueless that they don't understand at any age, at any level of any type of fame, if you're being forced to work and perform at that young of an age, it's going to change the trajectory of your brain. You're not going to be the same ever again. It will rob you of your childhood. Like no
Right,
matter
but
how much
this is
money
what
you
you got to
have, no
remember
matter
that
how much money you don't have.
but
Like everyone else who
back
Britney
then,
Spears is, she couldn't
right,
even
but
like
she is
spend her
from the
money.
Barrymore family, and they are like Hollywood royalty. You know, John Barrymore, Lionel Barrymore, they're Hollywood royalty. I mean,
That's why,
so
yes, they can sweep it under the rug a lot easier.
no, no,
And
no,
that's
no, no, no.
also
That's not where I was going. And back then too, like her mother was like hippie, right? And so
her
back
parents were
then,
famous. She was born into fame. Yeah, I know
right, but
that.
back then, even if she wasn't born into fame, I'm saying back then, this is back when they had, cigarette commercials, where smoking, you ever see that show Mad Men? And the people, like, they're drinking and smoking cigarettes even when they're pregnant. I mean, that's before, like, even alcohol fetal syndrome was even, addressed and, or even really known about, actually. So, yeah, just like the Jacksons, right? That worked out great, right? But they weren't born into like where she was already like her way was paved through Barrymore. She was never gonna. What else was she gonna do then, rather than be in that kind of industry? She's not gonna go, work at McDonald's or anything.
Here's my
That's
point. Here's my point is they had the money to put her into rehab and take care of her mental health to keep her going. People that aren't born into fame, that are forced to perform, don't have money to get the help that they need to basically realize that they're like, I'm going to have Peter Pan syndrome for the rest of my fucking life because of this. And I understand the average person is not going to get this at all. I get that. I get that.
you got to stop. You have to stop saying that because um, I'm wicked smart. You know what I mean? Like
No, I
wicked
don't
smart.
mean you.
And
I
I
don't
do
mean
get it. I
you.
do get what
You're not
I'm saying.
the
I
average
do get what you're
person.
saying, but I feel like you kind of. are like you definitely put yourself down. Like you let those things validate you more than you should. Like you define yourself by those things where people don't. I mean, people think you're beautiful, they think you're interesting, they think you're funny, you're talented. All those things are what define you to, people. And so it's just like when you have a zit and you say, "Oh, I have this huge zit," but nobody else can see it, because you're your own worst critic, you know? So
I understand
it's
that, but it's my duty as like I could pass any day now to make a long story short, and I just feel morally obligated to speak up and advocate for children the best that I can until I go because I only there's no explaining. I know what it's done to me. I know what it's done to a lot of other people, and all I can do is just speak up to the best of my ability. And like when I say most people, I'm definitely not referring to you. I think you're more intelligent than most people. I mean like the average person who would be not you, like definitely not you.
thank
You're not the
you.
average person. No, I
Thank you.
promise you. Like that's the thing about like why I do feel unrelatable. Another reason is because I feel like I definitely don't talk like normal people. It's basically like I'm the type of person that I'm programmed. Like if you ask me a question, you better be ready for the answer because I'm just going to answer. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how else to explain that. Like I'm really
That's
bad at
exactly
articulating.
how I am too. Like I would rather live on my feet than die on my knees. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. I said it. Oh, that dyslexic there. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees because we're a lot alike in the fact of, and with a lot of people that come into this room because we all talk about different conversations, different topics that are, I think, important topics. I'm not downing any other live streams, you know what I mean? But a lot of them like drama and they don't really have,
Stupid
you
people
know,
talk about other people. Yeah, I know.
yes, yes. I saw that just the other day. It was,
Smart people talk about what's going on in the world. Stupid people gossip.
yeah, it was, smart people talk about ideas. Um, oh, it was like three things. And then the last one was, and stupid people talk about other people. Yeah. And Laura, tomorrow isn't guaranteed for anyone. So you're absolutely right to
I like
make a
yours too,
difference.
Day Day.
Yeah,
And
absolutely
I
right.
also am smoking. I mean, like,
Oh, this is Laura Venedini.
this is the first time like I've had one of these in a while. So
What is it?
a pre-roll.
Oh, yeah. I should get one of those. No,
I'm
why you got me?
halfway
Now you got my
done.
mouth
Yay.
watering. You got my mouth watering.
Oh wait.
I want
Um,
one.
it
Mhm.
was like $8 and it's a full gram, which
That's
in
pretty
my
good.
opinion is worth $10. So
Yeah, that's really good. Usually
oh
they
yeah,
sell for twenty
I'm
bucks.
feeling it.
Yeah.
I would definitely be way colder right now. I'm shivering. I was just having this conversation the other day. But yes, I promise you, if you get used to weather, like heat that goes up to like 120 degrees every day in the summer, by the time it's like 3 months later, it's getting down to 50. Yeah, you're gonna be shivering.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
just like I said yesterday, like some people they misconstrue. They say, "Oh, but in Vegas you don't have the four seasons." You do. They're just in different levels. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I hear that it gets really cold at night in, like Vegas. Or
I
not
mean,
just Vegas,
going down to
Nevada. I've been
40,
voting in
that's a
Nevada.
big deal compared to 120. It's just a different level of each. Like it's not as cold, but it's fucking hot in the summer. Like you're gonna die if you don't take the right precautions.
The project is a social media marketing experimental research among my finance friends. Liar, liar, pants on fire, red pants. What will people do and say for gain, whether tangible or just clout? The world should revolve around what is both logical and rational versus an emphasis on what is right and wrong because right and wrong is more biased. I feel like we all know, like, um, what, hi, Jack, uh,
Wait, what is
oh, how you
RNW?
came up with right and wrong.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I wondered too what it was at first. I'm assuming
I
it's right
felt
and wrong.
really
I could
stupid.
be
I was
wrong.
like,
Hi, paranormal. How are you? Hmm. Paranormal has a paranormal channel, evidently, right?
that's crazy.
The project is social media marketing, spirit research. Well, my
Does
finance
Red
friend.
Pants Project have a Red Pants Project channel?
I don't know. I never checked it out. I used to actually have fucking little red pants, fucking not real red pants, but I made a video like where I was in my angry chair, and I had these freaking funny red pants. It wasn't really me; it was a
This
face.
is random as shit, but do you know that Day Day is one of the main people that was actually accused of being me for like 2 years before he started getting on panels?
No, I think Data is pretty new, isn't he?
No, he was one of the people that was accused of being me for like at least a year. Same with Ministry of Truth, Pink Cake, like a lot like that have pretty much all got on panel now, and it's just like
Who
I
is
don't
it?
know.
Yes, but it's mostly screwing with Tiffany. That's what
Wait, what?
Red Pants Project. So yes, but it's mostly screwing with Tiffany.
That's the exact person who made those rumors up that I was just talking about, and I'll leave it at that. The fucking end.
I guess Red Pants must have something against her too, or something. I don't know.
I'm just
I just,
I'm just not saying a word. I'm just not saying a word.
I just wondered what started you two fighting. Because I think one time I saw you guys getting along.
Do
You
you
know?
really want me to answer this question?
Yeah, I'm wondering. It was a chosen one that got you guys
I
fighting.
didn't know she existed until she had been harassing me for months. I thought it was a whole other person stalking me and doing all this shit. She's gonna start making fucking videos about me again. God damn, man. Like you don't
Well, no,
understand. Like
maybe you should like talk it. It's like talk it out because I'm gonna be okay. Like, so I haven't
you can
seen
kiss
her
her
lately
ass.
talking about you. I
No,
mean,
Tracy, listen to me. You
what?
can kiss her ass and be the best friend in the world, and she will still be smiling in your face while fucking up your whole life behind your back. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, right now, Tiffany and I mean, she's got me blocked. I'm not sure if I have her blocked, but we're not friends. I mean, it's not like we're enemies, but we're not friends.
Yeah,
I'm just
I feel the
somebody.
same way until someone's like, "Oh, she was talking about you again." I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
You know, I just like I don't know if I'd ever have I seen her talking. I thought like the only time I ever saw you and her was like on the panel in Michigan Maids together. Like this was a while ago, like a year ago. You guys
Yeah,
were
that
friends.
like she tried her bullshit on me, but I knew better. I knew that she records everyone's phone calls. I knew she saves everyone's text messages. And I've already dealt with stalkers my whole life because of things that I've already told you about. So I already know, like when I speak on the phone or even right now, I assume everyone's listening. I assume this is going to be, screen grabbed and replayed at some point. When I'm on the phone, I think the same way. If I text someone, it's going to be
Hello?
screenshotted and posted somewhere. That's how I have to think because of what I've
I
done
didn't
throughout
hear
my
what
life.
you were you talking
So
then because you went silent. So I didn't like
she's probably fucking red pants. Is she fucking with the audio?
who me?
No, no.
No, I'm just wondering if Chosen One had something to do with, like,
Yes, he does, because she was allegedly getting paid to defend him while going behind the scenes and fucking with me for that long. I didn't even know she existed for months. Like at first, the whole time I thought it was a whole other person. So finding out she even existed, I'm just like, wait, what? I'm like, wait, what? Like, who? It took me forever to figure out who she was. At first, I thought she was someone named Tiffany Moses. I had to go, you don't even know what I had to go through to figure out who this person even was. And it was probably to this day one of the most terrifying fucking experiences of my life. Like I am definitely I will never email anyone ever again. Like that is official. That was already my thing, but now it's just fucking official. Like nope, never, nope, done.
I
The
just
end.
was, I wasn't even bringing her up because it was just because red pants, but that I wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm saying I was thinking maybe because she's friends with Chosen One and maybe that's what caused the animosity. But I do remember you guys being friends like a year ago. So I just, I get it with the
Yes,
whole,
yes, I
the
was a good
feeling like,
friend. Yes, I was a good friend to her. Yes, I was a good friend to her. Yes.
I don't know what happened with you guys. With you guys.
I don't know how to explain her. I don't. And I'm trying not to talk about her. And like people keep bringing her up to me. And because they know that I'm the type of person that, like, you know, I just
Um,
basically, I don't,
I'll
it's
just say,
fucking
like, I
crazy.
don't think I've ever really seen her. Like, I know you two have issues together. I think you guys are a lot of, you look a lot alike too, I think.
No,
And
no, we
sound
don't.
alike.
That's not funny.
No, you're both pretty. I mean, I think you two are the prettiest girls
I mean,
in
that's
the scene.
like, if you think she's pretty, that's totally fine. I don't look like that.
Well, you're both pretty and intelligent. And you both have nice speaking voices, you know? But like,
Wait,
I've never
you
seen her
said
have a video about you. Huh?
Tiffany's intelligent? Were you being
Yeah,
serious?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I think she's got a nice speaking voice and stuff. I mean, I'm just the type of person who, um, like tries to see, goodness in people. But when you thought she was the Tiffany Moses, right? Is that what you said? And that girl has like this humongous record, right?
Oh yeah,
When you
I thought
figure,
that one was I thought hers was pretty bad. I thought that was bad too. And then I found out who the real person was. And it was way worse. Holy fuck.
I just have
Oh
never
my
seen like
god.
Tiffany make a video like
Oh my
about you. I
god.
know you guys don't get along, but I did
No, the
see like
one video, okay, I'm just whatever. I'm high, so I'll talk about it, okay? All right, here we go. No, I do not poop out of my vagina, first of all. So the picture that she posted of me, quote unquote, pooping on a platter, that's called a fucking dildo. My turds are not white. They aren't as big as my leg. Okay, no, and that's not even my butthole. That was my vagina, and it's suctioned to a mirror so you can hold it steady as you go up and down. Poop does not go in and out.
you put that on YouTube.
No, she did.
Where did
Yes,
she
she
get a
put
video of that from?
Chatterbait. It's an adult site for adult content, and she was posting that shit to YouTube. Yes, a child platform. Yeah, please don't get me started,
No,
man.
no, no.
Oh my god.
I don't know anything about that. I didn't know nothing about that. I didn't hear anything about that. That's all news to me. I
This
didn't know
video is
anything.
gonna get a lot of views. You
You
can
know,
tag me. It's fine.
huh? What?
I don't
No,
know.
no, no. I wouldn't do that. No, no, no. No. I didn't know
There,
anything about that.
there. I
Yeah.
addressed it. I addressed it. That's the first time I've ever addressed that since October 2019. It's the first fucking time.
Yeah, I
Jesus
don't know.
Christ.
I don't know. Like I wouldn't be able to like go on a channel and do that. Yeah, I was like I'm like
She
what
bought my book. She bought my book, and then she sent it to like 12 different women, and then they would send it back to her so she could send it to someone else. Like, she stalked my whole fucking live journal. She has parts of my live journal memorized. Like, whew, I can't go there. I can't go there.
Okay, we won't go there then. We'll talk about something else then. So what did you do today?
I told you it was actually a good.
Yeah, you got the weed. Oh, was it a nice day today there? I'm
Who
sure
is
it was.
White Russia?
White Russia?
Mm-hmm.
Um, they're from the community. They're in the
Oh,
community. I've
have they
seen
ever
them
been
at
on a
shamans.
panel?
No, but I've seen them at
No, no,
shamans.
no. I'm not triggered. I'm good. I have a joint. I'm fine. I pray for her. I'm
No,
shaking.
yeah, don't worry. You know, like you said, we can move on. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, smoke your joint. Do that. Do that. I wish I
Um,
had
just give me
one.
one. I just gotta go to the bathroom 1 second.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, when I was watching the 9/11, all those videos and all that stuff, I just was so shocked that I really liked Jon Stewart when he was there at Congress, and he said, like a lot of the firefighters and the first responders that were behind him were, there was quite a few of them, but there was like half of the people in Congress didn't show up. I'll never forget. I was watching one of those like C-SPAN channels one time, and Rand Paul was talking a few years ago, and he was talking about Yemen and about the war in Yemen and how within like a certain amount of days, he said that many people, women and children, will have starved to death. Oh, the Falling Man video. I know. They still don't know who that is, Red Pants. They still don't know who that was. I saw that too. I was gonna use it like for a thumbnail, but then I was like, I don't know. Yeah, he looks like, man, can you imagine the thought? That guy though, that camera person, that photographer must have had like fast shutter speed on there. Cause I mean, and then there was this um journalist, Kurt Sonnenfeld or something like that, that was, supposed to be documenting the whole. Um, I thought they finally found a video where they find him. What do you mean, find him? Find his body? I don't know. I didn't see that. I saw like a family thought maybe it might be this one guy, because he had like a shirt like that. I mean, I could see not wanting to think that it was like the lady that it was like her brother working at the restaurant, I guess that's on the top. And you know, I just can't believe that they'll say, oh, all they saw was like a shitload. Like if you see, there's like a shitload of papers, right? There's papers, and there's like, um, yeah, a server at a restaurant, yeah. Oh no, I didn't. A hotel collapse or the condominium collapse? Yeah, the restaurant. I was watching this one, like a video too. Hi, Laura V. Um, a video about the rescue dogs and stuff. This one guy though, he really pissed me off. Like he left his freaking dog there, and he gets out and he goes to the hospital. Like he doesn't even go back for a month. Of course, the dog was dead. You know, I mean, like what the fuck? Why wouldn't he fucking? if he didn't want the dog to die in the collapse, fucking, he sure as shit wanted it to die of starvation, you know? Well, look at that other guy too. Remember that sinkhole in Florida and the whole house, like that got stuck in the guy in the bedroom? I mean, could you imagine that? They never like retrieved him. And then they talk about Colorado airport. Like, I guess there's supposed to be like all kinds of fucked up shit under there. I mean, I just couldn't believe that the American public allowed George Bush to make a bill, a law, an act, whatever, the Safety Act, to fucking, to protect the airline, to protect basically everything that was involved in that 9/11 and make it retroactive. Can't do that. Can't do that. To make it retroactive. And here's another thing that really kind of gets me is, so they stop all air traffic, yet they let 6 planes fly 124, what are they, Saudis, like Osama bin Laden, his family there, and other Saudis to fly 124 out. I mean, 6 planes for 124, so definitely they're getting private jets, evidently, right? Um, but here's the thing. Why would, if, well, I know that he did that trying to curb the compensation, but that's common sense, right? But it shouldn't be okay. Like the American public should have said, oh, hell no, you know? And here's another thing. So, okay, so they stop all air traffic because, it could be dangerous. There could be more shit going on like that, more people getting hijacked. But yet, or more terrorist attack, who knows? But yet, those people that took off in those 6 planes that they did allow to fly, um, they didn't seem too worried that something was going to happen to them. And neither did, the people who allowed them to fly out of here. So to me, that's, don't worry about it, buddy. You saw, I'm only doing it to my own people. My brother took care of it for me. And then his brother's freaking babysitter dies suspiciously. Like, what did she overhear? She gets run over by her own car. Um, I mean, and then there was the gold being removed before before that, um, giving all those no bid contracts. And I just really find it hard to believe that a plane like the one that landed in, what was it, Shacklefield or whatever it was, Shackleton, whatever, in Pennsylvania, and it hit the ground and went into the earth and then covered right back up. I mean, come on. I mean, and really the chances of aluminum wings on a plane, because they're made mostly of aluminum, even like, being, I guess maybe the whole fuselage I could see or whatever, the, not fuselage, the compartment. Hi, Dominic. That they, I mean, and that was the example they gave too. They said, how, because this, this ex-retired, FBI guy or whatever was saying, um, that he would have loved to have been able to question Bin Laden's family. I mean, why wouldn't they have? You know, if somebody else, if they're looking for a criminal, they'll talk to their family and find them. And I'll tell you what, Day Day, there's a guy named Joe Birdie. Yes, it was Mandalay Bay was considered, but they didn't consider it a terrorist project because if you call it a terrorist project, because I'm looking at your name, if you call it an act of terrorism, then that means that MGM doesn't have to pay the victim, you know? But there's a guy named, how did I just say his name was? Joe Birdie. Berti. Joe Birdie. And I am just in shock about that too. Because I'll tell you what, um, I remember that day. It was really hot. In fact, my friend had volunteered to be giving out water and stuff. And so I don't live near Boston, but you know, she went there, I guess. But so I remember it was a really hot day that day. And the guy who was in the picture crossing the finish line there is named Joe Birdie. His wife is Amy Birdie, and they have a picture of her there. She's wearing this big old fucking quilted coat, like, you know, big puffy jacket, huge jacket. I mean, I know it was a hot day that day. So he's the picture of the person crossing the finish line when, you know, the explosion went off. So then he happens to live in Texas, okay? So he goes back home to Texas and West Texas, mind you. And if you remember, 2 days later, remember the fertilizer plant leveling West Texas practically, right? That fertilizer plant and went under the radar of all the inspections and everything like that. I mean, fertilizer is what you make bombs out of, right? I mean, you could. I mean, so the pictures that the Associated Press used of that explosion was taken by Joe Birdie. And instead of thinking to themselves, wait a minute, this guy was at 2 explosions within 3 days, that seems fishy. Nope, instead of thinking that, they're just like, oh, you're the luckiest man alive. How does it feel to be the luckiest man alive? Really? I know that if I had narrowly escaped with my life with a bomb going off when I crossed the finish line, I certainly wouldn't be getting close enough to take, oh, you told them you're from the Survivor Girl community? Oh my God, that is so funny, Laura. I love it. I love it. But if I had survived an explosion, I certainly wouldn't be getting close enough to take pictures that are good enough that the Associated Press uses them for their, you know, for their story. And I mean, he isn't like a photographer for the newspaper. I mean, I just don't understand. This guy just got like totally, you know, because you're actually intelligent. But thank you. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. It does get people a lot of views, doesn't it? Stupidity. That's funny. The Survivor Girl community. I love that. That's awesome. I wicked like that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Michigan was here earlier, because I'd come on earlier, but you guys know how my cat does me whenever I'm freaking live, you know, like starts irritating me so badly that I had to cut it short. The actual terror attack is on. Oh, yes, you're absolutely right. The Capitol building. You're right. You are right. You are absolutely correct there, Red Pants. What happened to White Russia? I hope you didn't scare them away. What happened to Ian Watts? Where'd he go? I'm gonna do roll call. No, sir, I'm just kidding. Roll call. I do that sometimes. What do they got? I take attendance. Take attendance. Is that so funny? Oh, Day Day, do you have your wrench on? Little surprise, surprise wrench. Yep, that I do agree with. Tool. He is a tool. Every time. I mean, I don't know what it is, but every time I see his face, it's like, ugh. I know, right? I know. But here's the thing. I was looking at a video earlier, and this guy said, "I don't understand. All this talk about money and not criminal charges, and that therein lies the problem. That's where the problem lies." And here's the thing, uh, like even with Michael Jackson, the whole thing with Michael Jackson, and them saying that he molested these kids. I don't think he did. I don't care a crap what anybody says. I do not believe that of Michael Jackson, and he's dead now, and so I prefer to just believe the best of Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? I like Michael Jackson. I'm never gonna stop liking Michael Jackson, right? Um, Michael Jackson. So, so like that last kid that oh, I gotta come up now. All right, I'll drop the link data. That kid that he had visited in the hospital from the Make-A-Wish thing there, he's still alive. That kid wasn't dying. But I'll tell you what, his father committed suicide because they know they were pulling a fucking scam. And I would, if I said to some parent, all right, so you're saying, they molested your kid, I'll offer you, $200,000. And if they were like, yeah, I'll take it, I'd say, too fucking bad, you don't get it. You're going to fucking be held accountable for being negligent parent.
No, Michael Jackson was guilty as sin. As a grown man, you don't sleep in beds with little boys. There's overwhelming evidence against Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson.
What was the evidence?
All of those kids, they had graphic evidence of what his penis looked like. There's some of their parents were pimping him out. The housekeepers, his security, they all had eyewitness accounts of what was going on. Okay. And Michael was just, he fit the description. They had these clinical guys come in who were specialists with this, and he fit the billing of Michael is no different than a Catholic priest who does the same thing. I can't believe people are still defending this guy.
Because the last one that accused him, the last one. Yeah, but do you remember the last one? The Make-A-Wish Foundation kid?
That he paid off the little Mexican boy that had been...
The last one, the Make-A-Wish Foundation one. Remember? Okay. He visited him in the hospital. That one? Okay. His father killed himself because they were lying. That kid's still alive. They were lying. That came out. You got to look that up. They were lying. The father killed himself. They were about to freaking put charges on him. for
He was
fucking
probably
lying.
killed himself because he was feeling guilty that he pimped his son out.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. The parents should be held responsible.
Yeah, but they were being paid off by Michael, but there's just overwhelming evidence on Michael Jackson. And he is always coming up with that same bullshit about he didn't have a childhood, blah, blah, blah. Shirley Temple and Mickey Rooney didn't have childhoods. Donny Osmond didn't have a childhood. They didn't go out and do all that stuff. There's a lot of average Americans like my father who didn't have a childhood because he had to work and drop out of school and all that stuff. Every time we saw the Jackson 5 when we were kids, they were on mini bikes and hanging out with Diana Ross and at Disneyland and playing basketball and all this stuff. So
yeah, but not in the beginning though. Like when he was real little, his father would take him to these like strip joints and shit and fucking make him sing songs and shit.
by the time 1969 rolled around and Michael was 12 years old, that's when they started getting hot and making some money. But all this bullshit about he never had a childhood and all that's a bunch of crap. Sammy Davis Jr. didn't have a childhood either. They were all child stars. Donny Osmond was as famous as Michael Jackson when he was a kid, so it's just Michael was
but we don't know like what they were doing. It just so happens that this one got brought caught or whatever. But look at the guy, what's his name, the Macaulay Culkin that used to hang with him all the time, the little kid. He never said that Michael Jackson was doing anything to him.
Yeah, no, he didn't. He hasn't, but that doesn't mean he wasn't doing it to others,
Well, I think the others were looking for money.
Yeah, but
I think people were always trying to take Michael Jackson down because Michael Jackson.
Are you defending Michael Jackson?
Well, I feel like okay, like in the same sense, like Charles Manson, okay, like Charles Manson, right? In the same sense that I think that Donny Osmond's fucking childhood was probably a lot different than Michael Jackson's, and not only because of parents, but because of the era, and he was black growing up. I mean, I'm not black. I don't know how it was, but I just feel Chesters are not priests.
All I know is Michael Jackson had fame and money for a great percentage of his childhood. Okay, maybe not up until the age of 10, but after that, all through his teenage years and stuff, they had money. They were doing Vegas shows. The
father had it though. The father took
the Jackson 5 cartoon and stuff. They were the hottest kids out in the early 70s, along with the Osmonds. One bad apple don't boil the whole bunch, girl. Remember that song?
Yeah.
Come on.
Dancing, ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
I don't care what they say. I don't care what they do now. Everybody
what are Chesters? Chesters are not priests. What's Chester? Laura said Chesters are not priests.
Chuck, what did she say?
She said priests don't do that. Oh my God, priests are the worst.
Oh, priests! Oh, she's just being facetious, I think.
I hope so. Was it you? Me and you were reading that shit? Yeah. Wasn't it me and you?
But okay, SG, take away the fact that he didn't molest anybody. Don't you still think there were some odd things going on where you having sleep? What man do you know has sleepovers with young boys? Oh, wait.
I mean, if he had them with young girls, then people would automatically fucking think that he was doing something weird. But yeah. I think that he probably always thought people were after him for his money.
Yeah, but that doesn't. But he had no business having boys in his and showering with them. And Michael was odd. Remember, he wanted to sleep in the hyperbaric oxygen chamber, and he was buying the bones of the elephant man, skeleton bones. And, you know, he was walking around treating his kids in public, walking around. They had masks on and stuff. You know, that might work now during the pandemic, but it wasn't funny back then. And all his kids, his daughter, Paris, you know, she turned out kind of messed up and was trying to kill herself all the time. And his son wasn't, you know, he had his issues and you know, they weren't his kids anyway. I don't believe that. I don't believe that was his sperm, but that's suffice it to say that's another story. But Michael had issues. And how come you never saw him? Michael never had a girlfriend.
He did. He was married to Priscilla Presley.
Oh, well, that was a farce. She said that. Brooke Shields, he was with her, and she said he never touched her. And who was a
Right, because he was asexual.
He's a plant. Asexual.
I think he got murdered.
But you know, Mike, he just no. I believe a majority of those allegations were true. Why would you, if you weren't guilty, why would you give somebody $20 million? Oh, just to keep him quiet so we don't get a lot of publicity. Everybody already knew before.
No, this is the thing though. He owned the rights to a shitload of music. And Sony kept wanting that rights. They wanted them. That's why him and their Lisa Marie got married in the first place, was to protect Elvis's music even. And then he knew at the end, on his last tour in that video, This Is It, he says he knew they were gonna get him because Sony wanted the rights to all the music that he owned, because he had bought like the rights to like the Beatles and
he did. He was worth a lot. His catalog was worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
They wanted it. And if you ever saw that,
his spending had got out of hand too. By the time he was going to do that last final concert, This Is It, he was in debt. Now he would have recouped that really quick, just like 10 concert dates. He would have been back in the black, so to speak, you know. But Mike was an extravagant spender, and
but did you ever see? Did you ever like notice that we don't ever hear any of the music from that last tour, from that last album?
Oh yeah, well his last couple albums were kind of whack. Did they make an album for that? That last?
Yes, and it was very environmentally friendly. He was going to donate. He was going to use a lot of the proceeds from his concert towards you know, the environment and the rainforest. Well,
the DVD sold a lot. I think the DVD recouped like 75 million.
Did you ever see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. He wasn't, you know, Mike was sick in the end. He really wasn't. He was fragile, and I mean, he could still move. But that was the day before he died. You saw him dancing and shit. He was fine. Yeah, well, I mean, he was, but he was in a lot of pain and shit, you know. He got killed. Yeah. Well, I don't know, Michael. Well, you know, they had the dumb doctor. Okay, he wasn't. Anytime you do CPR on somebody in a bed, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Of course, he got his medical license in the Bahamas or somewhere that, you know, Mexico or something like that. But Michael was just messing around with shit. He shouldn't have been messing around with that propofol. And I remember the nurse saying, you know, like Michael told her, "Oh, I can't sleep. And she was saying, "Oh my God, well, why are you fucking around with propofol? Why don't you just smoke some weed? You know, why be fucking around with that shit?" So Michael just messed. I don't know if there was, but see, it's like, you know, you can, you know, just like with Jimi Hendrix, you know, and how do you end up with all this damn wine in your lungs and shit? You know, when it comes down to the money and the contracts and stuff, you know, and people dying, you know, it's always some shit surrounding that. But I think
Yeah, when
Miles
he
was
had
just,
made that song about, you know, like the government, where he was going, all I can, what is it? All I want to say is that they don't really care about us.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
like the
yeah.
whole, yeah, that song. And if you listen to the words, and then there was the, What About Us? That was like a set
Yeah, but
about
you
the
you have to ask the
rainforest.
question: who benefits in something like that? But, you know, they said Elvis was like a special agent under the Nixon administration, you know, and they're trying to draw, you know, conclusions out of that he was possibly murdered, you know, because he died on the floor, you know, from pills and stuff too, you know. So I don't know, just kind of
Well,
weird.
actually, when he went to like he did go to the White House one time and meet Nixon, and Nixon did make him like an honorable, you know,
Yeah,
whatever. But
special
it was
agent or
just like
something. Yeah,
like
yeah,
a funny thing, yeah, you know,
yeah.
yeah, it's like a funny thing. But
You
like
know,
I
I
love
don't
Elvis.
believe like Oswald killed Kennedy. I think that I've
Not
read
me.
enough and seen enough evidence where I'm pretty sure it was a combination of, it was a joint effort between the mafia and CIA and FBI. I think they were all in on it, you know.
Yeah,
But
I think
Oswald
LBJ
was
did.
a patsy. Oswald was a patsy, you know.
Oh, yes, he was. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you know,
And you
and
were
what
just
always
talking
shocks
about,
me,
you were talking about, you know, like how that guy Birdie, or for whatever his name, could be seen in kind of a couple different places. Well, Oswald, they got too many damn pictures on Oswald standing out on the corner handing out communist stuff, and they know where he was here in Russia. They know where he was here when he went to Cuba. How did they know all that stuff? You know, about
yeah, but
Oswald.
here's the thing, too. It wouldn't be like odd for him to be in that building. He worked there,
Oh,
you know, where they
Birdie.
arrested him.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
he
mean
worked.
Oswell?
Yeah,
Oh, in the
yeah,
book
he worked there.
depository? Huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he
But
worked
but
there.
see, that was, they planted him there, you know? Uh they say, you know, he wasn't a really good enough shot to, you know, to shoot what's it called, from that distance in a moving car. That was hard to do. But how did they know that the top was gonna be off? You know, how did they know the route, you know, of the, you know, and all that? So that's all, you know.
Well, they knew the
And
route because people were standing there with a parade.
oh yeah, funny, funny.
Right? That was an easy one to figure out. Go where all the people were. But what
Okay.
always shocked me was that they drove him to the hospital with that fucking top down, with his head fucking blown apart like that.
Yeah,
Past all
well,
those parade goers.
you're in a hurry, you know, and you don't have time to put on the top. The top wasn't, it was removable. It wasn't like it folded up for the trunk. So what were they going to do? Stop? And, you know, the top was at the airport somewhere, you know. So, you know, it didn't make a
Well, no,
difference.
but I mean,
He
usually
was
they have
dead.
an ambulance along the way, you know?
He was dead. It didn't make a difference. He was dead instantly anyway. That last headshot, that was just, I mean, that headshot, I mean, that was, I don't see why they even still show that on TV. I mean, you can go on YouTube and see that anytime. That was a tremendous headshot with a high-powered rifle. He
You
was
see how
dead
Jackie,
instantly.
you know, how she like jumps from over the back, picking up pieces of his skull?
Yeah, I know. That was just for your wife to see that. That just, that, I mean, I don't know. Ooh. Laura says this channel
Yeah.
used to be called non-PC Prodigy Philosopher when I made a video. Is this so? So is Laura in this video? I mean, in on that when I
Ola
made.
Ray played his interest. Ola Ray played his interest in the music. She's also a playmate. He was the one who was asked to sing. He's a sweetheart. And I'm like so confused. I'm so confused. I got lost with the non-PC prodigy philosopher.
So he called me propanol until you learned what my first name. Okay.
Oh, when I made the video about the, oh, he called you proper. Okay, I get it. I get it. That was actually your.
I wonder was like was Prince when he died of the Fetty. I wonder did he get a hold of well, he got a hold of the Good Batch, okay, because he was at the Walgreens getting the dope. Remember they showed him pacing in the parking lot. But I wonder, like when he overdosed on the plane and stuff coming back from the concert, I wonder, did Prince have street Fetty or did he have fentanyl or did he have doctor prescribed fentanyl?
I just find it like so hard to believe that Prince was even using that shit, because Philip Seymour Hoffman, remember that actor, Philip Seymour Hoffman?
Yeah.
Him too, like on heroin and died. And Corey Monteith or whatever from from Glee. I mean, fucking these people don't look like heroin addicts to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, heroin addicts. Remember, heroin addicts used to be model white girls, like back in the late 70s and 80s. That's who a lot of the heroin addicts were high fashion models. So yeah, it just it changes. At one time,
remember that movie Lady Sings the Blues?
Yeah, with Billy D. Williams and
Billy D. Williams. He goes, "You want my arm to fall off?" When he's holding the money up, "You want my arm to fall off?"
Yeah,
I love that movie. I fell in love with you the first time I looked into them their eyes, 'cause you got a certain little cute way of flirting with them their eyes. I loved that movie.
Yeah, that
with
was
Richard Pryor. He played Piano Man.
Yeah. Oh, you remember that, huh? Yeah, you remember that. That was good. That was a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie, but she dies at the end.
And Mahogany was a good one. That's when they played together, Billy D. Williams and Diana in Mahogany. That was the next movie. That was a pretty good. Remember that song? Do you know where you're going? Do you like the things in life that's going? Where are you going to? Do you know?
Now I don't know the rest of the song. Now.
I
always heard Diana Ross was a bitch.
Oh yeah, she's a diva, real diva, but she could back it up. She's
dead now, though, didn't she die?
She was the Beyonce of her day.
Her, I think Tina Turner was
acting, singing, that type of thing. Beautiful, although Diana wasn't beautiful in looks so much, but she had it all. You can't beat those. You can't beat girl groups, the Supremes, 15 #1 hits. That's just unbeatable. There's not many men. There's only the Beatles, I think, that had that many. So she was at the right place at the right time.
They have everything and are still empty inside. Money can't fix everything. I know. Look at Chester Bennington. Well, it can be fixed with laser surgery or glasses, vision problems.
Laura, have you ever been by seen the Motown house? Ever went on the tour?
Hi, throwback.
Because
because that was Motown.
Let me see. I've had more money than I knew what to do once upon a time. Nope, all the vision problems can be fixed. Laura, have you been? Laura's from Detroit, isn't she?
Yeah, she lives in Vegas now.
Yeah. Laura, have you ever been by the Motown on the Motown tour? Okay. The Motown.
Do they still have? Really?
Oh, yes, she has.
They still have it?
Yeah. It's basically two houses put together in inner city Detroit, but that's where they made all those great hits. I live.
Wasn't she married to Barry Gordy or something? Huh?
Laura said she lives in the Motown house.
No, Throwback said it. Throwback said, I live in it. Oh my God, imagine if
that
she
was
did.
Throwback.
Yeah. That's funny.
Fool.
What's the DIA 579? What is that? I don't know what the DIA 579 is.
Oh, no.
You ever see Dreamgirls?
Yeah. I'll be
That was pretty
dreaming.
good.
Every song on there was good. And even the ones
That
that
was good.
Eddie, what was the one about Cadillac? Got me a Cadillac. Well, how did that go?
Oh, I don't know. Was that? I can't remember. Was that the guy singing it? The guy?
That was Eddie Murphy that was singing. He played pretty good in that movie. He played real good. He was, I think, got nominated for Best Supporting Actor, didn't he, for that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
that was. We don't see him too much anymore.
No, probably enjoying his money. He made Dolomite a year ago, 2 years ago. He still acts. But when you've made so much money, you just could chill a little bit, after a while, unless you're guys like Morgan Freeman and Clint Eastwood, all them guys, and they'll
she said she lives in Motown, not the house. Some Throwback said she lives in Motown, not the house.
In a pink Cadillac.
My sister used to listen to Diana Ross a lot. That's how I saw Lady Sings the Blues.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My sister liked her. Remember Ricky Lee Jones?
Wow, that came out in 72. If you saw it, I remember we saw it at the drive-in. And but you must have been a little girl when you saw that, about 5 or 6 or something. You first
I was. Well, I think I didn't see it when it first came out. My sister, loved the movie and she had the album, and she loved Billy D. Williams, so we watched it. She used to like Teddy Pendergrass, Lou Rawls.
Oh yeah. Laura said she'd be blessed with Marvin Gaye cassette tape in the car. Yeah, either a cassette tape or when I started driving at 16, we had 8 tracks. So I had an 8-track.
I had an AM/FM converter.
Oh, you had an AM/FM converter? What's that?
I don't know.
Did it play cassette?
I don't remember. I think it did play cassette tapes though. Back then, though, all the like I liked those freaking K-Tel and all that with all the mixed, mixtures of songs.
Well, I miss going to the record shop. I remember in high school we used to go to Tower Records. I don't know if they had Tower Records where you're at, where you were living, but that used to be the thing. Like after football games or something, or just Saturday night, let's go down to Tower Records because. Go down to Music or something, and they'd have, it was always some guy the record shop smelled like incense, and it was usually this guy at the record shop used to sell weed actually at the record shop. But I remember, albums being like $4.99, $3.99, $5, and I'd have a little money on me, from working or something, and $20 and buy me 3 or 4 albums and go back home and listen to it. That was cool stuff to hang out. You could meet girls and stuff at the record shop. And I don't know who sells. Nobody's even got CDs no more, I don't think. So everybody just does streaming online. So,
I know. I think it's ridiculous because we used to actually go get concert tickets. Sharon's here. Hi, Sharon. Sharon V.
Sharon, do a rap for us. do a rap. Answer a counter rap.
I love Aretha Franklin. RESPCT. Find out what it means to me. Sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me.
Maddie did a rap tonight that was just so bad. I mean, it was so awful. It was just beyond awful.
Maddie did a rap?
Maddie was rapping tonight.
Really?
Yeah, it was her Sharon. It was her Sharon rap.
Oh, she did a rap about Sharon?
It was bad. I don't
I'll
think
have to
it'll make
check
the
it out.
top 10.
Because did you see that monstrosity? And then Jay tried to do it.
You
No, but I
would
don't
think,
even like
you
his
would think
stuff.
Gerald could have helped her. She could have wrote it down or something. She was trying to freestyle it off the top of her head, and it just was not going nowhere.
Oh, I just have, she goes, I made a video about it. My video shows it. Just watch mine. That's so funny. Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, even Gerald's video, I mean, his raps really aren't that good, you know?
What kind of whack? Yeah, the
Huh?
purpose of rhyming is to make it rhyme. Every other kind of phrase it'll tie in like time and dime and chime but theirs was just like, God damn, it didn't even rhyme. She
She goes, and she has the nerve to call me ugly and say I want to be her. You are her when you do your parodies. Tell her that. Say, I have enough being you when I do your parodies.
Yeah, she's in character.
Yeah. There's a mouse running around the house. Here, it's the bitty bitty baby. Is that a rap? Oh no, this is Day Day. Day Day was in your live stream I saw him earlier. He said something about, it's nice that we talked and stuff.
Yeah.
Throwback. Just because mouse rhymes with house, I think she's rapping.
Set two traps with some keys.
It's a little bitty baby. I wonder how many more there are.
What?
Mouse.
Oh. Oh.
Moggies. Oh. I mean, they're little, they're cute. I saw one time where the mother, like this lady, came and saw that she was like going to move a blanket, and she saw that there was a dead mouse there, but then she didn't even realize that it had a teeny little baby, and she freaking raised it. It was on that channel, The Dodo. You ever watch that?
No, the Dodo, no.
It's got like some funny they're not funny but animal, like tearjerker animal videos and nice videos too. And this mouse is like totally so she had to, since the mother was dead, she started to feed it with a little oh, you want me to look for it? I will. She started to feed it yeah, she started to feed it, and
Hey,
so
Tara
now this, huh?
Tara Boo's in the house. Tara Boo.
Oh, hi, Tara.
Tara Boo.
And it like sits on her shoulder and shit, this little mouse.
She adopted it like Michael Jackson adopted Ben, huh? Remember, wasn't Ben
A rat.
Ben was a rat, huh? Okay.
Isn't that gross? Why would they even make a nice song like that?
You wanna sing Ben?
Then the two of us must make a
no
pact.
more. We both know that we were looking for.
I can't believe they sang that to a rat.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought he was talking about a bear or something. Wasn't there a bear called Ben or something? General Ben or something? Back in
Yeah,
the
but
day?
it was about a rat. It was a movie.
Okay.
That link I just dropped is to Sharon's video about Maddie.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's so sneaky. It ate the cheese off both traps and sprung them and got away with it right after me and my son left the room. Wait a minute. You said trap for a little bitty baby? Like, is it gonna snap it in half? Throwback?
torture and violence.
I know. She's like, it's just a cute little itty baby. Snap.
So what happened? Did he finish the story? Did she end up raising? I mean, you said that she
Yeah, the
ended up
mouse. Yeah, the mouse is like
okay.
her bestie.
Okay.
Yeah, and
You know what?
then
They say mice, and rats. You know, this is a common conception that they or something that they like cheese, but they say peanut butter works in traps better for mice and stuff.
Sharon, do you have any peanut butter? No, sir, just kidding, Sharon. Yeah, but don't give her what is gonna kill the mouse.
I hate the peanut butter with the nuts in it. I'd like my peanut butter creamy.
I do too. I like my peanut butter creamy too.
Yeah, I don't like the crunchy, jiffy crunchy. I don't like that. I just like it nice and smooth.
I don't want peanuts in my sandwich.
Yeah, do you like seeds in your jelly?
Kinda.
Kind of like in strawberry jam.
Team creamy.
I
might try peanut butter. Throwback said I might try peanut butter, and Sharon said team creamy. Team creamy. Yeah, we don't like chunky around here.
We don't like chunky.
I used to get a lot of squirrels coming right up to me, like with peanut butter and shit when I was younger. And I got them in the house.
We had squirrels in our backyards, and I always wanted a pet. One of them for a pet. My mom was apprehensive about it. Then one time, one popped up on the back porch, and I got a good look at his claws, and so I decided not to.
But I mean, cats have claws. I mean,
yeah.
One squirrel used to come up on my shoulder and take the cracker out of my pocket. It did.
Are just rats with furry tails anyway, so.
No, this is Day Day. Day Day. I don't know where Rourke is. He's probably sleeping.
Tara Boo says rats are intelligent, great pets. Yeah, if you can keep them in a cage and give them a wheel. They're just
Why don't you put like a little line of cheese or something going out the door of your house?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, E.T. Remember they did that with the Reese's Pieces? She could put little tiny pieces of cheese and make the freaking mouse follow it out the door. Right?
They always say it's hard to train cats, but I saw on one of those you can train cats. You just have to be, I think it's a little bit more patient with them. But this guy was on TV on one of those talent shows, and he had these cats running on this I don't know, it was kind of like just kind of these different obstacle courses and stuff. But my cat does apples. She doesn't. The only thing I can get her to come to me, but that's about it.
Right.
Does what she
Sharon
wants.
Goes, what the fuck? I was picturing Day Day as a black chick.
Oh God. You don't clown me like that. That's not right.
That's so funny. Like you have fucking braids and shit. Yeah, braids. Oh my God. You're like, child. Let me tell you, child. No, child. They don't even say that anymore.
Child.
Yeah, child.
Child.
Remember years ago they say honey child?
What you doing? Child, what you doing?
Yeah, honey child. Yeah.
Honey child. Honey child.
I need a Windows Phone restored. I don't know if it could have gotten in from there. Well, you better. I mean, if mice can get in there, then maybe murderers could get in.
Yeah, mice can flatten out their bodies. They can go underneath doors and.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they can flatten their bodies out. They're good like that. Yeah.
Seriously? Oh, that's
Yeah.
fucked up. I don't like that. Don't tell me that kind of shit. Well, I live on the third floor, thank God. Thank God. 'Cause I don't like that.
They get
I was
inside
tripping
more.
one time that, but she might be. SD, I'm not going to open the door. What is it? SD, I'm not going to open the door to allow any more mice in if I can help it. I bet it came with you in your pocket. Got in your pocket. Come back and tell us how it is. Yeah. You should play it, Day Day.
What?
Can he play the audio of your video? Because it's just rap, right? Is it you're just rapping in it, or?
It's so bad. It's so bad. I mean, it's bad.
Oh no, actually, yeah. Is it really?
We thought that, that one with who's the guy that just died who did the rap. Don't dream you say. She said it was a fin. She said it was a fin. Oh baby,
Oh
you.
baby, you
3 times.
got what I need. Who is
Yeah.
that? Is that Biz Markie? No, who is that?
Biz Markie, yeah. She
It
says
is?
she's just a friend. It's 5 times worse than that.
Oh baby, you got what I
Got what I
need.
need.
But you say he's just a friend. You say he's just a friend. Oh baby, you. That's how he does in it, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Rook. Oh, it is Biz Markie? Look
Hey,
at that.
Mr. Rourke is back. He's like a special guest star on here. Mr. Rourke is the man.
Nice roasting, SV. I come in peace. Sounds dirty. No, sir, just kidding.
Sharon says, Mr. Rourke, I come in peace.
Yeah, that's why I said it sounds dirty. I was just kidding around.
Wouldn't that be something if we, like 10 years from now, there was a movie out, the YouTube murders and stuff, and somehow somebody in the community got murdered and it was a big mystery.
Wow.
And
It would be a big mystery. I'm pretty sure we know who did it.
Ended up Day Day was the prime suspect.
No, it would probably be Chosen One.
The chosen one.
That's what I think would do it.
The last scene in the movie, he Tom would be in handcuffs or something.
Oh God, probably wearing a diaper. Maybe he'd have a diaper on. Gross. He likes lactating, you know.
Huh?
He likes lactating women.
Oh, jeez.
He likes to breastfeed.
Oh,
It's not. That's true. I'm not lying either.
Oh, okay.
Not that I know from personal experience.
That was part of the early fetishes, like now it's feet and toes.
What do you mean early fetishes?
That was the fetishes of the 90s, breastfeeding and stuff. That's the old crew fetishes. The new crew is feet and golden showers and all that stuff.
I'll do without both of those. Thank you. I can go without that.
You gotta keep up. You gotta keep your fetishes current.
Oh, come on. My dog is fucking around with me. I want to take a look at fucking Karen. I want to hear what. Oh, I can't hear the rap.
Are you listening? You got a second device?
No.
You want me to pull it up on my? I can pull it up on maybe on my phone and just stick it on the. Let me see here. Oh baby,
Over
you You got what I need.
Hi, Alvin. Spilling the tea with Sharon V. My face is wigging out. Shut up. You're going in timeout now, Alvin. You're going in timeout. He doesn't know how to do that. Do you know how to do it, Sharon? I don't know how to do it either.
I'm coming it up now. I'm just trying to find out where it's at.
No, but play it on the screen, she said, and I don't know how to do it.
There once was a story on Mara. How are you?
Okay. Let me see. Listen.
What song? I gotta make one up. Oh, yeah, we're supposed to make a song up or something?
Somebody said in the live one time, you should rap with Gerald.
Heck no.
Yeah, Mara, hungry. Oh, we gotta make a song up of Sharon. Let's do it. Ready?
Can you hear it?
There once was this long-nosed bitch where she used to have, but she was a snitch. All she did was talk shit, and I'm just gonna cuss because that's the shit.
Yeah, ugly as fuck. Come up in the hood, get fucked up. She always mocking, yeah, my baby, but guess what? That bitch, I look lazy. She look like she can't even have no kids. Guess what? Nigga bust her on her face and hit.
Ha! She wishes she was me. That ain't possible. She is gay. I don't know. Ha! Oh! She'll never be me, but she thinks she will. All she does is talk about Maddie, but that's funny, ha. Too bad she can't be me, but that's the only way she can make money. Ha! That was good.
She don't make money. She don't make no money. That bitch so broke. Guess what? That's all she do is fucking choke on niggas' dick for free. Fuck that hoe. I guess I'm gonna blow her mouth.
Yeah, that ain't even a good rap.
That's not even a rap.
Yeah, I know, right? That's terrible. That's a terrible one.
So how's that?
Her shit is boom.
Bad. It was very bad.
Tomorrow.
She said she was gonna get 100,000 views. Harold said it was gonna get 100,000 views on there or something.
Well, that I could do a better one than that.
You know what's so lame about that is them guys are from Detroit. Shit, you would think that out of any place that would have some type of half-ass musical or rapping talent, it'd be somebody from Detroit.
Yeah, I know. That was pretty bad. I could probably do better than that. Maybe I can come up with something.
Even I can rap better than that. I can't rap.
Yo. My name is SG, and I can't remember what to say now.
That's even better.
Yeah, right. Hey, yo, my name is SG. If you want to hang with me, you better get busy. And I don't know.
What you say, Sharon? If somebody gonna try to clown you and do a parody, at least do it right, huh?
She says, "Okay, mine now." That was better. She said, "What the hell are you doing, dog?" Oh my God! All right, I'll put where's yours, Sharon? Oh, you mean your video? Oh, she wants you to play her video.
Oh, she's got one that's a rap one out, or her response to it. Which one? Let me go.
I don't know. Here, I'll put the. She said, "Come on." She said, "Come on." Here, go ahead. That's it, right? That's the link. I have to put it back there for you in the private chat. What the fuck are you doing?
Okay. Let me see. I can see if I can bring it up here. I'll go to the.
Oh, you can? Okay. All right.
Yeah. I got it. No, you'll have to put it up in the private chat because if I go to comments, I can't. She's got it posted. It does. You got to post it for me.
Okay. Hold on.
Is it hit or hit, Sharon? Is that what it's called? Oh, hold on. Or brownie batter shaking. Okay, here it is. Okay, let's see.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and record this.
Can you hear it?
Because it's so embarrassing. They might pull it off. I don't know if they're gonna delete it, so I definitely want to get this. This is so friggin' embarrassing. Oh my god. So Maddie and Gerald try to make this rap against me.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, we're hungry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
We need to make it. We gotta make a song a share. Let's do
SG,
it.
can you hear it?
Yes.
Once was
Okay.
a long nosed bitch. Where she used to have, but she was a snitch.
What? Who in the fuck have I ever snitched on? You're gonna talk some shit in a rap, at least make it real and like true. I ain't snitched. I ain't no goddamn snitch. Where are you pulling that from? I bet you any of my lyrics you pull up from my rap song make sense. Okay, they make sense. Well, you don't make sense already with your first fucking
rap song ever to make sense.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let it go because you know it's so damn stupid. I'm gonna go ahead and add my commentary in along with it. So here we go. Oh shit. Oh man. All right, here we go. Hold on, I gotta get back in here.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Here we go. This
All
shit
she
is
did
ridiculous.
was talk shit, and I'm just gonna cuss because that's the shit.
They're outside, so they have shitty lighting. I can't help that.
They have shitty lighting.
I look lazy. She look like she didn't even have no kids. Guess what? Nigga bust her on her face and did.
She wishes she was me, but that ain't possible.
What? She wishes she was me, but that ain't possible. That is not
Where's
possible.
your rap then? Sharon, send me the link to your rap. Or
I can't believe she says this stuff. Does she really think
send
that?
me the link to your rap.
She can't possibly. Do you know I'm supposed to have been in Chicago this weekend? I had
God, I
flights
keep
booked
thinking
and
Sharon's on my panel.
and I have too much going on. It was just too rushed, you guys. But please, what is it about her life besides 12,000 subs? What is it about her that I want in my life? Nothing.
Yay, I don't know.
Nothing.
Oh! She'll never be me, but she thinks she will. All she does is talk about Maddie, but that's funny, ha.
We talk about what a loser Maddie is, okay? And it's funny it's funny because it's so pitiful. Yeah, that's what we talk about, honey. We don't fucking envy you because you're some kind of princess. You are literally, you guys were in a box last night. I mean, like, that's the bottom of the barrel.
Were they really?
Trying to be you, girl.
Were they really?
This is comedy. She can't be
You guys were in
serious.
a box.
True that she can't be me, but that's the only way she can make money. Ha! Ha! Good.
No, I make money for my talent. People tip me to parody you. I make money because people like watching me do parodies of you. How about that? I make money because I do good
Who's the
videos,
delusional soul?
likable personality. I don't come on here and beg
I'm
and
gonna
cry,
need to react to
whine.
SG reacting to Sharon, V reacting to Maddie.
You're pitiful. I don't do any
I
of those.
think it's secular.
I don't have a partner that goes out and bangs in
Secular?
the gas station while he sends his woman out
That
to suck
Alvin
dick.
person.
Well, I do not want to be you.
She don't make no money. That bitch so broke. Guess what? That's all she do is fucking choke on niggas.
Oh, Mara.
Please.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Your woman
The hell
out
would
too.
put that? The hell would say something like that? Come on now. Stop that.
I don't slut around. And
Tupac is quaking.
Oh,
I want to see the polo Dewey.
Whack.
Huh?
I said
Here, I
the
meant to put the rap link here. Here, I'm putting the rap link in here. In the back room. Okay. All right. My animals got me. My animals got me all worked up here.
How's Tucker doing tonight? Is he
Oh,
chilling?
don't say his name. Don't say his name. Don't say his
Don't
name.
say his name. He'll appear.
Yeah, really don't. I wonder who sucks D on a Bible. Who says that? Sucks D on a Bible.
What?
Sucks D on a Bible? I don't know what that
Who
means.
sucks dick on a? Oh,
Who does that?
That's no good.
I know, right? Who sucks D on a Bible?
He says. Then he. I figured it
Funny or
out. What
something
was
like
it?
that.
What was
I
it?
just
Was
put in the private chat the link for her rap for Sharon's rap.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want me to go ahead and put that up?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Cats are programs. I know, right? In the rap, he is.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and record this just in case because
Okay,
it's so
well, no, that's
embarrassing.
hold
They
on.
might
I
pull
got
it
it back.
off. I don't.
Okay, here's another one. Here's okay. Now this should be the one.
Is it?
Yeah, the one with the New York hat on. Is that the one?
Started with the
She got a band? She
Here
got
it
a
is.
band now?
Needed money, started boosting. Got caught and went to prison. They said I need rehabilitation. Didn't work, I'm still waiting. I'm the latest YouTube sensation.
That's an old one.
Channels hating.
Yeah,
They
that's the
all
one he
across the
gave me.
nation.
I
Chatting
saw
with
that
Angie,
one
fake
before.
as can be. Girl, you so phony. I doubt that you're clean. Try to fly me to Texas to lick my vagine. Only a portion of our texts have the peeps really seen. You said that I lied. Yeah, right. How do you mean? You ain't told the truth. Receipts I can bring. Speaking of the truth, girl, you can't sing. Say mean shit about my looks, but you know beauty queen. At least I'm honest and admit to my fails. You ain't honest with YouTube. You skirt these details. Towards
Ooh,
me,
very good rhyme.
but so fast I monetize. You relapse, you minimize, but you can't deny what you said's a lie. Girls be hating my size. See the jealousy in their eyes. Angie lost soul, just another one of the trolls. Thought she was a friend and had my back. Confided in her, didn't expect an attack. Did nothing wrong. It's senseless and whack. Said I lied. No, I didn't. About what, may I ask? Your channel, it's sinking real fast. You asked my advice to get it on track. I said, to be honest, your subs will get that. Bobbles knew your secret, and you was paranoid she'd rat. So you ghosted YouTube, and I mean stat. Girl, give it up and just throw in your hat. Next up on my list, this fool Nitty. First off, boy, content's real shitty. Got one thing
You want me to
say
stop
you
it there,
today,
or
and that is
Yeah, you can. Go ahead. Yeah.
I never saw that one. I never saw that one. I saw the one that she did about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. I think she did one or two, but I didn't see that one. I have to go back out and check that one back out.
She's got to have Polo start boomboxing for her in the back. Ha ha ha. No, keep going. She says,
Oh,
no, keep going.
Keep going?
Oh, keep going then. She wants you to keep going.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Next up on my list, this fool Nitty. First off, boys, your content's real shitty. Got one thing to say to you today, and that is you should watch what you say. Ain't you learned nothing about being stabbed with a knife? And ain't no one told you you can't make a hoe into a housewife. You all up on YouTube with a chick. Yo, matter of fact, you better check for a dick.
Oh my God.
Credibility, shit. Never receipts. You looking real dumb. Oh shit, you better pick up that crumb. Such a cloud chaser. Damn, you a bum. And quit saying, Did he stop lying? He said shit about your daughter. No proof that she said it, just that you caught her. Oh, you so thirsty, may I suggest some cold water? Sharon's new bike. Look what Jules bought her. Lying to your viewers with the dumb shit you mutter. The Campbell building's a gutter. Word to your mother. And damn, do you stutter? Says a lot when a bitch call herself cray cray. Ooh, I gotta switch.
Don't play the cray cray one. Let's play the cray cray one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do crack.
Yeah, Sharon got off on everybody on that one.
Oh, God. Then we'll shut it off
She
before she goes off on me.
didn't hesitate to talk about Nitty's mama. Jesus.
I didn't see one where Polo talks about we don't get that in Australia.
Don't get that down under, Ian.
No, I know, right?
We come to the down
what the hell was I
under.
supposed to say?
Who sang that song with Down Under? Was that was Men at Work, wasn't it? We come to the
Men at Work, wasn't it? Hey,
yeah.
what happens this last, the best part. You're horrible. Oh my God. I keep forgetting what the fuck I keep wanting to say. I don't know what I'm going to say. No, Day. I don't know what I'm going to say. Now we got to pay.
Hey, that's rapping there. No, Day.
We're going to have to come up with our fucking little rap. I want Day to be my co-host.
We're going to have to get you a nice rapping entry.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Or you could just go da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Who did better, me or Of course you did better. Who's not part of this community? Who's not part of this community? An opening. Sounds dirty. I'm just kidding. I'm fucking silly. It have to be like Doc Severin and Doc Severance and
I forgot about him. He was tonight's a band leader, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the band leader.
And then they haven't got what's come. Jimmy Fallon's band is the Roots. They're pretty good, but nobody's come like close to like Doc Severinsen and kind of leading his own band. The guy Watts, he used to be in Seattle. I used to see him he was a comedian down in Pioneer Square. He's on the guy on late night on Joe Kershaw or whatever his last name is.
Jimmy Kimmel?
No, not Kimmel, and not he's on he's kind of the guy from Europe, from Great Britain or something. What's his name? And he's got Watts, Reggie.
Oh, James Corwin or something?
James Corwin, yeah.
Oh, I love it when he does the car karaoke.
Yeah. Car karaoke. That was pretty good. I haven't seen that in a while.
I love it when he does that. Oh my God. So funny.
Jimmy Fallon he was doing a rap off just like 2 days ago or last night or something with this other guy that came on, and they were Fallon he can rap pretty. He's all right. He's got some talent. So
I think cool. Is it Jimmy Fallon? That's the one who his best friend is Justin Timberlake.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, that's his best friend, Justin Timberlake, which I love Justin Timberlake. I think he's so talented.
Yeah, he is dynamite on the drums. He is. I mean, he can sing too.
Justin Timberlake is?
Huh?
I didn't know Justin Timberlake can play the drums.
Oh, he's filthy on the drums. Justin Timberlake gets paid on the drums. Yeah. Well, that's what he played when he was in with NSYNC. I mean, he sang too, but he played drums too. But yeah, he's filthy on drums.
Oh, I didn't know that, but I do like him. You know, like I like his. Like he's so multifaceted, you know, because he like acts and then he sings and he dances and Dick in a Box. That was funny, Dick in a Box. When he does that on SNL.
Who does that on
the? Justin Timberlake and the other one to do it with him, I think, wasn't it? Like Jimmy Fallon. Wasn't Jimmy Fallon on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, he used to be a regular cast member on there. He's like one of the last Saturday night guys I liked. You know, I like that group up to like Joe Piscopo and but after that it's, you know, and Eddie Murphy and them, you know, that first group with Chevy Chase and all that. But after like Joe Piscopo and Eddie Murphy, it just kind of it kind of dropped off. Then Tina Fey and those guys came in; they were okay. But now it's just like, oh, it's not. I don't really like it as much now. It's just
No, it's not funny anymore.
Keenan
Definitely not.
he's okay. He's kind of funny, and the news guys are still they're still okay. But it just, I don't know. It's just not, the skits just aren't as funny.
I loved it in,
They
the
need Sharon
original.
on there. They ought to put Sharon on there doing parodies and shit. That was just, the ratings would just go through the ceiling.
Remember them? Who's the motherfuckers? Was that a skit on there? He is. Did you ever see Alpha Dog with Justin Timberlake?
Alpha Dog?
Alpha Dog. There's a movie, Alpha Dog. It's based on a true story. Oh my God, it's so fucking good. It stays in my head all the time, that movie. Because it was like, well, Sharon Stone was so good in it. I mean, and I'm not a big Sharon Stone fan, but she was really good. And it had Ben Stone in it. And oh my God, it was just so good.
Well,
you always wanted to see it?
What's it called? Alpha Dog?
Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it's Andy Samberg who does that. Oh, okay. Alpha Dog. Alpha. Yeah, like Alpha Beta. Alpha Dog. Yeah, oh my God. Bruce Willis is in it. Oh God, it's such a fantastic movie, and I want to tell you about it, because if you're going to watch it, I don't want to tell you. But it's a true story, and
I can't believe that. A thumbnail outline if it's kind of a street thing, because I remember Timberlake. I haven't seen him in anything lately, but I know for a little while he was doing a little bit of acting.
It's about that guy Jesse James Hollywood, and like in California, it's true story. Like I guess like those people that live in California, like in Beverly Hills or whatever. If they got rich parents, usually the parents aren't around and they just kind of leave them to their own resources. So all the kids are like, partying, and they all have nice houses with pools. And he's been in Jessica Biel lately. and so they like this one kid, his brother owes this pot dealer money for drugs, but not even really that much. But it's like his half brother, because the father is the same father, but the mother is a different mother. His mother is Sharon Stone, the new wife. And so the younger brother is walking down the street, and they decide, the guy who he owes money to, the older brother, they decide they're going to kidnap the younger brother. And so they kidnap him. Justin Timberlake, he gets like put in charge of, watching him and everything. And he keeps telling the kid, like, I don't want to ruin it for you. 'Cause, like the kid won't leave. And Justin Timberlake keeps telling him, yeah, but you can go. And the kid's having like the time of his life. Like, he doesn't think it's serious. You have to watch it. I can't let you know what happens at the end. It's a true story. It's a true story, and it's like so. Oh my God!
Did you ever watch? See White Boy Rick? Did you ever watch that movie?
What's that one about?
Oh, it's about this white boy who was in Detroit.
Named Rick.
Huh? What's that?
It's named Rick. White boy named Rick.
He's called White Boy Rick. That's the name of the movie.
Right. So what is it about? Go ahead.
Well, he was a drug dealer in Detroit, and he was only like 15 or something like that, and he was practically he was one of the big drug dealers in the city, and then he got arrested. And Matthew McConaughey is in it. He played a pretty good role, and then this other kid who played White Boy Rick, he was pretty good.
I get it, Laura. I get it. He's been in. I know what you mean. He's been in her. Like, I get it. Okay, so go ahead. So he's stealing.
I like Matthew McConaughey in the Dallas Buyers Club. That was a pretty good. He played he had AIDS or something. He was selling all of the AIDS medication because some of the city was holding it up or something like that. That was a pretty good movie, the Dallas Buyers Club.
Oh, they got him for entrapment?
Something like that. Did you see a little bit of it?
No. They're talking about the
Oh, the white boy Rick.
yeah.
Yeah, he's out now, and I think he's trying to sue. He's trying to sue the government or something like that. But he's out. He just got out like a year or two ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if Sharon's from Detroit, she might know him personally.
Oh my God, you're so funny. She might know him personally. You are too much.
He's a little older, I think.
Sharon, you know a white guy named Rick? Oh, she does know that white guy named Rick, actually. Her friend's name is Rich. That is so fucking funny.
She clowned me earlier and said I was a chick, so I gotta get her back.
Yeah. She dated Coleman's young niece. Dad was FBI, and he was a coke seller. Well, so did they? Laura didn't block you. Oh, Laura blocks everybody. Laura blocks everybody, but she didn't block you from here. But she did that to me for the longest time. She did that to me for the longest. For real, I was seeing a black chick with the name Day Day.
SG, you've been blocked before? Is that
From
like
what?
you've been blocked before? Is that like a humiliating feeling when somebody blocks you on one of their channels? I've been blocked. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go jump off a bridge.
You know how I feel about it.
I'm gonna go jump off a bridge. I've been blocked.
No, we don't do that. Yeah, so did they let him out though? That guy you guys are talking about?
Yeah,
white guy Rick?
he served like a bunch of years. He served like 25 years or something like that, or something. It was a long time. But he finally got out. So he's trying to sue the government or something now. Or something like that.
Yeah, because they're not supposed to. Oops, tiny few. All right, I gotta like read this. Keep talking for a minute. I think I might have missed something in there. Hold on.
Yeah, okay.
I'm looking this up. You keep talking, Data. Okay.
Yeah.
I won't
Okay. He got a bunch of time, but and he looks a lot like he did when he was young. Like I said, he was only like 15 or 17 or something, and but he was just this young white kid. He was like one of the few white drug dealers in the city, you know. Well, he was on the black side of town dealing drugs, and so but he was, like I said, he didn't even have a driver's license. He was so young or something. But somebody must have dropped dime on him or something. Something happened, but he spent a lot of time, but now he's out. So
people pushed for him to get out. Murderers got out before him. He was a non-driver. 31 years, huh?
How long he did? 31? Jesus.
That's terrible.
Yeah, he's only like in his mid 50s now. He's only like 50 or maybe late 50s. But, you know, I guess if you're going to do 30 years, you're I guess kind of lucky if you go in at, 19 or 20, then you still can have somewhat of life, left.
Right.
See, that plea bargain's a motherfucker. It changed the whole game as far as the penal system and stuff. People talk about, well, I could never be a snitch and I can never be that. Well, if you do 15, 20 years and say then you get out and you start your life over, okay, and say you've gotten into a new relationship with somebody and maybe there's kids involved and you're 55 and then you're all of a sudden facing going back to prison for 20 years. No, you ain't gonna. That G code of not snitching ain't gonna hold up. You're gonna save your ass and rat out who you need to rat out. I know I am. If I'm 58 now. If I'm looking at anything over over 10 years, no, I'm not trying to get out of jail at 78 and 80 and shit like that, So that plea bargain, if they say, hey, you got a choice, you can do 15 years or you can drop dime and do 2.5 and be a free man. Well, I'm probably
but you might get killed when you get out.
I'll take that chance.
Laura, if you're still here, Tara Boo, I just pinned her comment so that Laura, if you can see. Laura, can you see the comment that's pinned up there? Leslie Van Houten from the McCombshire put me in. I think they deserve parole eventually. They grew up in there, literally. I know, right? When they're little.
Yeah.
And I watched one the other day.
Especially if you didn't kill anybody, if it was just drugs or something, yeah, you got to come out, because there's people sitting in prison now because they sold weed, and weed is legal in half the states in the United States now, or a percentage of states, So unless it's against a crime against a person, nobody be sitting in no jail for no 30 years on a marijuana charge.
I know. I can't multitask. I can't text and do the live stream at the same time. Just let people know, because I get confused. I don't know what I'm like. No, the girl's boyfriend did it, bit them, but they fit charge too. Oh, Tara Boo. So can you see? So Tara Boo, can you see Laura V? See? Okay. And no, the girl's boyfriend did it, but they fit the charge. Thea Broad tried to hit me. I grabbed her arm and beat it out of her. Self-defense. You think it was the cop from Beverly Hills Cops? I think his name is Hill. What cop? What are you guys talking about? I get. It's all right. It's okay. I know here that I'm not sure someone would laugh. No, I can't see her. No, I can't see Laura. Oh, I don't know then. I'll just pin both you guys with stuff so you can talk to each other. I don't know.
Put them in an isolated chat room.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe at some other point, you guys, I don't know what happened. Maybe by accident, I know, right? We are. I'm so confused right now. My head's spinning. If I was watching something though before where that whole entrapment shit, they're not supposed to be able to do that, but I still don't know then why they would be able to entrap like prostitutes by, or
is entrapment really entrapment? That is the question.
Yeah,
And it's funny how, with legalization of prostitution, on one hand, you can tell a person, you can't tell a person not to have an abortion, because it's their body and people make those decisions, but yet you won't allow them to sell their body in a sexual way. That's kind of the irony of it all. You can make a decision whether or not to terminate a pregnancy, but you can't make a decision to exercise your sexual freedom, because it involves money. Right. It's just kind of all funky, isn't it?
Yeah, that one I was watching, I forget the whole girl's her whole name, but Brooke something. It was like she was a cheerleader, blonde hair, and she goes to go and get on the pill, but instead she was 8 months pregnant. And like, I just don't know how her mother couldn't have told that she was 8 months pregnant. I mean, like, seriously,
Well, how come she didn't know that she was 8 months pregnant at that time?
I that's another thing too. I mean, I feel like if you're not getting your period for 8 months, I would think you would know,
Yeah,
So the
well,
whole story
you hear
was,
about those. You hear about those stories sometimes, and the woman says, "Oh, I was in labor and I didn't even know that I was pregnant." How can you go eight
hmm,
and a half
it's okay,
months or
Lauren.
7 and a half and not know that
All right,
shit?
Laura. I talk about pregnant, and Laura goes, I'm going to do sit ups. And still it teases, don't be surprised if I fall asleep. If I do, night, night, I'm listening. In the beginning. In the beginning, what? Um, yeah, and then, so what she does is, she's gonna be going to prom, right? So her mother buys her this, nice dress, but her mother seemed like she was so over, preoccupied with keeping up with the Joneses and stuff. And so, in the beginning of the show, um, they say, how the girl had some kind of eating disorder, so they tried out different other things. But, so I mean, like, I don't know why the mother wouldn't be able to tell that, the girl was pregnant. I mean, all of a sudden she's just resolved her eating disorder and getting fat, you know? That does it, So it's like, so she says, she's even texting her going, well, just be careful not to eat too much. You want to be able to fit into your dress. It's like, how ironic is that? Like, first the mother's worried that she has an eating disorder, not eating enough, and now she's telling her don't eat too much. It's like, oh my God, her mother just seemed like probably was half the problem there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so the girl goes to prom, and then that, comes home, she's having cramps, so she has the baby in the house while her parents and her brother are asleep. And she had told nobody. So she fucking buries the baby.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
She holds it, she puts it wraps it in a towel and holds it real tight so, it's not breathing anymore. And then buries it. And so, she didn't go to jail though. She didn't go to jail. They let her go.
She should have went to a psych unit. Straight to a psych unit with her.
They should have done something, I think. Because I don't think 18.
18, okay.
Yeah. And I mean, she did seem like genuine, that I don't know. Some people, I guess I mean, come on. She knew she could get pregnant or she wouldn't be going to get on the pill, She goes, I love Day Day, by the way. Yeah, she buried it in the yard. Yes, she buried it in the yard.
Sharon. Thank you, Sharon.
He is very nice, isn't he? Oh, in fact, Day Day is the one who came over here because of seeing your parody about me. If she'd have been black, they would have crucified her. I don't know if it's so much the black or the white as that the parents had enough money to pay for a good attorney.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, shit like that happens. It happens more than you think it happens, and whether they're black, white, or Asian or whatever, it's just a tragedy that some shit like that happens.
Yeah, all the people in the world that would like a baby,
But was that incident in the United States here, or do you know?
It was. And the reason why she got away with that is because she had said over and over again, she did, and then she even admitted to burning the baby, but she didn't burn the baby, which was the fucked up thing. The medical examiner said, oh, it looks like there's charring on these bones. And so she's like, I didn't do that. And then the other cop the woman cop kept saying, oh, well, maybe, you just wanted to have some kind of a service, like a cremation. And it just seemed like the girl was finally, yeah, maybe just, I don't even know. I'm losing my mind here, that was, she did seem like maybe she was raised in such sheltered life that
Remember the woman about 10 years ago who drowned her 3 kids or something? I thought I saw something where she was trying to get another trial or something. Did you hear anything about that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
there was a two. There was either Susan Smith.
That was her. She had the glasses on and kind of like a simple kind of gal. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the boy.
She drowned. She had like 4 kids or something.
No, there was 2. Hi, Tanger. Okay. It was 2. She had them in that little minivan and rolled them down the boat ramp and then accused the black guy of stealing it.
That's right.
There was the other woman in Texas that they were really religious, and I think she had like 4 or 5 that she drowned all in the tub and then laid them all on the bed. Yeah, but her fucking husband.
Did they end up going to like a psychiatric prison or something, or did they put them
Susan Smith went to prison because Susan Smith did it because the guy that she had liked, that where she worked, wanted to. He didn't want kids.
Okay.
So yeah, so she got rid of her kids. I mean, like, why can't she just give them to the father? If they're divorced and she's like, I want to be single and fucking, have a boyfriend, then, and he doesn't want kids, then just give them to their father.
Yeah. Or don't do something stupid like the guy who killed his wife. And remember, she was missing for a long time. And then they left him with custody of his 2 kids. And then he burnt himself and the 2 kids up in the fire.
Oh, I know. That was awful.
Oh God, that was just awful. That
was awful.
They should have never left him with custody because there was too much information swirling around his wife's disappearance. It was a little bit like what happened.
And the whole father, like they were living with the father, and the father.
The grandfather.
I don't think he did have custody. I think.
No, that's right. They were living with the grandfather. Yeah.
The social worker, Josh Powell, terrible, knows everybody, huh? There's nice, supportive people in here, huh, Sharon? Get on subs or methadone. Get up that for she don't want to be on methadone.
Sharon, there are no trolls here. This channel's not infested with trolls.
I know. That Andrea Yates, I kind of feel bad about, Andrea Yates made me feel bad. Like, I felt like her husband was a fucking dick. And, that minister they had, and she just had all those kids, and he would work, and she had all those kids, and, living in that trailer, and they didn't have to listen to my dog being this noisy while I'm on the fucking live stream. Can you hear him with a squeaky toy?
Yeah.
That's Roscoe with a squeaky toy. I got asshole fucking animals, I'll tell you. Whenever I go live, they're like, time for hellions. We're gonna make a racket. Yeah. Where's my noisiest toy?
Wasn't Andrea Yates, wasn't she a real dorky looking kind of too? And
kind
of looked like Amish or something, almost kind of this real plain Jane type.
Yeah, because the fucking the husband was all into the, into religion and this and that and this and that. I'll tell you what really fucking gets me is fine. Fine. I wish the best for you too, Sharon. I'm just kidding. I don't want to be left out. Oh my God, the one where the mother and the father are gonna get divorced, but the one daughter was going to be getting married there. She was a good looking woman, and the two daughters were very pretty, two pretty blondes. And she fucking calls a family meeting, and then she takes out a gun and starts shooting the daughters, the two daughters. They're adults, like, one is just ready to graduate high school or something, and the other one is just going to be getting married. And fucking, oh my God, she chases them outside. I mean, this bitch has time to reload. Hey, I'm great at true crime. This one time my friend goes, "Oh my God, Tracy, you're really missing your calling." I go, "Oh, what do you mean, like a forensic scientist?" And he goes, "No, a murderer." Like I'm missing my calling to be a murderer. Fucking asshole. Yeah. I love your true crime, SG. Yeah, you better. I'm just kidding. We're supposed to collaborate on something. Me and Sharon, we're supposed to do like a serial killer thing.
You guys could do some knitting together or something.
Oh yeah, we're gonna knit. Yeah, knit one, purl two, whatever they say.
Well,
I've never knitted.
Sharon's into arts and crafts, so maybe a crochet or something. See, I like that mask of Knitty, that head. It's almost kind of macabre, you know, with the big teeth and the eyebrows. Is scary.
You know, she made that like that.
I know what I'm talking about. It's just eerie looking, you know? It's like something
like she blackened out the tooth and stuff. Did you know she blackened the tooth out?
Yeah, it's like a Vincent Price movie, isn't it? A head and shit.
And she drew the fucking I don't crochet either. She drew the eyebrows on it and stuff. I like the witch outfit. Like, how did you like make your chin? Did you buy them like that? Like,
oh, the
you know,
but she got the teeth perfect and all that. It just looks real. Just
what are you talking about, knitting?
You know, like something out of a horror movie almost, but done well.
She made me laugh today when she goes, "Oh, guess who I talked to tonight or last night?" She goes, "SG." She goes, "Yep, I don't mind. I can wipe another name off my board now." Good. Now you can put Jules in there. You can replace me with Jules.
Ouija dolls and shit around, sticking pins and shit in them.
Well, yeah, no, she doesn't do that at least.
You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Them Detroit girls or something else, I tell you.
I might replace it with Angie. I didn't know you and Angie were at odds. Yeah. I would like to fucking do some kind of, I don't know, funny stuff on here and shit. Some kind of topic, you know? But every time I think I'm going to do a topic, I get off topic. You know? In the beginning, she liked Maddie. Last week, she didn't like me.
A revolving door.
Huh? What'd you say?
It's like a revolving door. Huh? Every week, it's something different. Somebody different.
I try to just like everybody.
Yeah.
It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. It's easy to do with all the comments.
You could take 10 people from this community with 10 different channels, and at one time or another, somebody has been at odds with somebody else.
Well, yeah, of course. We're just what kind of a soap opera would we be if there was no fighting going? Right?
Days of our lives.
You know, you should be the new Billy. What was his name? Billy Clyde Tuttle.
As the channel turns.
Yeah, right. Like sands through the hourglass. Day
How
day.
many
It's
of
like
those that you remember don't come on anymore? Days of Our Lives, is that still on?
no, I think they got rid of all soap operas. This is
Okay.
the soap operas now for people.
You
Now I
remember,
feel like I'm just in the soap opera.
remember Ryan's Hope? Wasn't that a soap opera? Ryan's Hope?
And it had that girl, Siobhan, remember? And she's in CSI my Vegas.
Okay.
The redheaded girl.
Okay. Okay. All my
Remember the redheaded girl?
All my children used to be my favorite. I used to love that.
I know you loved Erica Kane.
Yeah, Peyton Place. I remember that, but
I
that's
don't
just
remember that one.
in Dark
I don't remember.
Shadows. You remember Dark Shadows? The vampire, Barnabas Collins.
No, I was Night Gallery.
Oh, Night Gallery
With
with
Rod Serling. Was that
That's-
Rod Serling?
Yeah, it scared the shit out of me. The Sixth Sense. He did that too. The Sixth Sense and Night Gallery. Yeah.
What's the Sixth Sense?
Now the Sixth Sense was like Night Gallery. It just came on for a couple of years, but it was kind of that mysterious, suspenseful, but kind of just kind of weird shit.
They used to do this really, that Tower of Terror, which I don't think they have anymore at Disney World. Have you ever gone there?
What's it called? Tower of Terror?
Tower of Terror. Yeah, it was a ride in Disney World. And it was pretty good because they would do those like holograms, I think they're called. Like they kind of float in the air and shit. Like, I don't know. It's really cool. Like, I don't know. You'd have to go there, I guess. The effects of the ride was good. I love Disney World. Have you ever been to Disney World?
No, I'm the only kid that's never been to Disneyland. I went to Disneyland, but as an adult, and it was a concert, but I never got to go to Disneyland as a kid.
A concert? You went to a concert? And
yeah, it was a group called Climax.
A hologram.
It was called. Yeah, it was a good, and it was at midnight.
Hi, Tanger.
Yeah. Hey, Tanger, what's going on?
Hey, didn't you hear us say hi, Tanger, like hours ago? Hours ago. I don't see Cray Cray anymore around. She don't come around no more. And Miss Passion, I don't know. She's in her own world.
Did you run people? Are you running people off or something?
No. No, but I think it's just like my mother never wanted to be Miss Paint Place when it started. Oh, to Miss Paint Place when it started. But I remember she eventually couldn't have cared less and was on for a long time.
Oh, your mother loved Peyton Place. Yeah, yeah.
See, I don't even know what that was about.
The Guiding Light. The Guiding Light. That was one.
I never watched that one. I can't believe you know all about these soap operas. I mean, come on now.
Like
a little nerdy, were we? No, sir, just kidding. Well, your wife must have been watching them, right?
Well, no, this is all before I got married. So I stopped watching soap operas probably in the early 80s. I only went through a period of a little bit of watching them.
Well, especially after we were reading about the frickin' prostitution ring and all that in Pine Valley.
Pine Valley and Billy Clyde.
Yeah. She goes to Stacy's secular.
I used to have a crush on Susan Lucci. And then
I know you did. You told me.
Till I found out how damn small and skinny she was.
My fucking dog. Keep talking for a minute. I mean, well, for as long as you want. Keep talking. I gotta mute.
Mute him out. My cat's got personality too, so. Says,
talk to the room for me. Talk to the room. Take over for a minute.
Reading Sharon's thing. It's hieroglyphics, but I'm reading it. Hey guys, I'm going to go devour the rest of my Domino's sin knots tonight. Next time you come by, Sharon, bring some of that speckled weed that Polo be having. I grow weed, but I ain't never seen weed like that that's got swirls and shit in it. I hope it's
There
not
was
that.
weed with swirls and speckles.
Yeah, I hope it's not that Buddha bud that the folks in Kensington be smoking.
Oh, that's just really bad. I hear that stuff, like the stuff that they called it flake or something, don't they? Or something like that,
I don't know, but when
and they prescribe it.
Sharon put it on the shoulder, it was just had swirls and shit through it, like it was one of those strains that only goes through Detroit and shit.
You guys are all not spelling right.
What's it called?
No wonder why I'm so confused.
It's called Strains You Grow. Oh, what strains right now? I'm growing Panama Red, old school, Acapulco Gold, old school. I'm growing a God Bud, and I'm growing blue cookies. So I'll be ready to harvest it probably around March, April. Let me see.
She said it was 2 different kinds in one ball.
Yeah. I'm just okay. But I'm wondering how they got it wrapped. He got it wrapped in. Well, I won't ask too many questions. You
guys can support me with some weed. That would be awesome. I'm right here.
Doing some kush. Yeah.
I know,
hey, we'll make this into one of those lives that it's like the variety hour live, and we'll have discussions on marijuana cultivation and shit like that. Hey, it's all good now. We can do that.
Text me for details, Dee. All right, night, Sharon. Always and forever. Remember that song?
Each moment with you is just like a dream that somehow came true. And I know tomorrow will still be the same. Because we got a lot of love.
And won't never change.
Love you, my own special.
Love me, what is that?
Make
all special way. Melt on my heart.
With a smile. Take time to tell me you really care.
See, you sing good. I don't.
No, I'm.
And we'll share tomorrow together. Good night. Oh my, Mr. Work. Oh my God, I used to love Kelly Ripa so much. Not so much anymore. Who's Cheryl Burke? Oh, thank you, Tara. See, I like you too. Or Indica Strange.
Good night,
I thought you liked Day has a positive energy, and SG has a negative energy, so they offset.
I just got weed. I just got weed. Like energy.
No, man. I think it's a fucking tragedy.
How come you make it to the dispensary today? SG, what the fuck is going on? You always got it.
I know. I don't need any strains of any kind of thing. I can get by without it. Yeah? Well, that's not what the mouse thinks. No, so throwback.
The mouse got it.
Oh, I like Mark Consuela. He's cute. I like Kelly Ripa. She's funny.
Kelly Ripa?
Yep. Ooh, somebody's out.
Kelly Ripa. She's a tiny thing too, isn't she?
She is. And her freaking
she's like a size. Is there a size under 0? Double 0. 103 pounds. but
She
in
got
good shape.
discovered, you know. She got discovered. She was a cheerleader at her high school, and she lived in New Jersey. Yeah, and I guess somebody was
Hey,
there.
I was looking at one of your old videos. Didn't you do like a marathon or something, or
That's a fake thing.
Huh?
That's a skit.
Oh, okay. Well, you
You
look
think
like
I really was in the sweating
you
for
look like you
Scurvy
were
Marathon?
exhausted in it. Did you have fake sweat on or something? You look like you were exhausted.
No, that was real sweat. That was real sweat. That was real sweat. That's because fucking I wasn't lying about my fucking fingers snapping up, but it wasn't like a 16-gallon bucket. But you know, but the first, like, I did the suicide steps challenge. Daddy.
Okay.
It says daddy.
That was real, was it?
Huh?
That was real, wasn't it? The suicide step challenge?
No, I was fucking. I was
That's
like joking around, like out of breath, but I was smoking a cigarette.
Oh, okay. Have you ever
Yeah.
did one of those challenges for real? One of those,
Oh my God, come on. Like, really? I can't climb up 3 steps?
like climbing up a skyscraper stairs, you know?
No, I made it up.
Oh, okay. Well, I did the Space Needle step challenge.
The what? Space Needle step.
Going up in the Space Needle. Yeah, they got stairs in the middle of the Space Needle, but it's like.
Oh, I'm not going up there. I'm taking the elevator. Day, you ever see the new dance shoe? What dance shoe?
Dance shoe.
Why is Day gonna wear dance shoes?
With RJ Watkins. Who the hell is RJ Watkins?
I know, right? Forever, ever, and ever, and ever. Mouse is a comedian and getting away with it.
I want whatever Rourke is smoking tonight. That's what I want to.
He has, and it wasn't good. Have fun. What did I do? Why do I forget things as soon as I say them, too? That's kind of fucking weird.
Your brain is fried. Mine is from years of smoking weed. It's just like sometimes I just draw these blanks, you know, and just be talking in mid-sentence and then it's just fucking disappear on me.
That happens all the time to me. And I'll like try to play it off because I don't want people to think I forgot. And I'm like, oh, really? Really, Tanger? No, sir, just kidding. Like sausage finger. I've got fat fingers. Not me.
Does Tanger look like that guy in the hat on his avatar? Is that what Tanger looks like?
Tanger's a girl.
Oh, okay. Does she look like the guy with the beard there? Is that what Hey, I was watching. You ever watch that show? I Am Jazz? I was watching Jazz today, and
oh, is that the one about the girl, the young girl, like and
the young guy who's turned into a girl, and now she was doing vaginal reconstruction, and the doctor was telling her, well, things are going to be a little different. It's going to smell a little different, and you're going to you're going to have some secretion. And he's like, oh, or she was like, oh, that's okay. So, but what's, he's really scary because he looks like a real cute girl, you know, and it's kind of scary. I have to kind of turn away from the station because, you know, people of transgender, they're getting pretty damn good out here now with looks. And, you know, back in the old, they don't look like Bruce Jenner. You know, they look like they look a lot.
Could you fucking imagine? Like, who wouldn't be able to fucking tell that is a guy? I mean, come on. Like, dude, just give it up. You know? That's just fucking ridiculous. He looks ridiculous. You know, he reminds me of Billie Jean King.
Oh, Billie Jean
King. You know, like,
tennis
Not that
player.
he looks like her, just that he's just like one of those big
Oh no, you're talking
British.
about the other tennis player, Dr. Renee Richards, who was a man who was on the
No,
women's tennis circuit, and he was like 6'2" or something. That's just like Bruce Jenner, you know. And I remember Bruce Jenner as this athletic guy, and you know, the Olympics and shit, you know. And now he's just like, you know, he is what he is, you know. And I'm not here to discriminate against, you know, that community or anything. Let me make that clear. But wow, it's just like if you go out to the club and you get like have a few drinks underneath you and you run into somebody who's transgender who's really looks good, you know, you could be you could go down maybe the wrong street, you know, and not and it
oh
might
my
be
God, you're gonna go down Hershey Highway?
huh?
You're going down Hershey Highway?
No.
I've got to laugh at you guys because you guys know Tanger. Tanger's actually been up on the panel, I think, with me and you. And, you know, and fucking, you know, like you've heard her talking and all you guys. And then fucking, and Rourke. And now suddenly you both all of a sudden think she's a guy in a German. Yeah, pretty feminine voice for a guy in a German hat. Fuck is so funny. Oh God, I remember Bruce. He was cool when we were growing up. Bruce Willis. How do we get on Bruce Willis?
Bruce Jenner or Bruce Willis?
Oh, Bruce. I forgot about Bruce Jenner already.
Remember, he was on the front of the Wheaties box and everything.
Yeah, I know. I remember. Yeah. So was Bucky Dent.
Yeah. Oh, Bucky Dent. He's the baseball player for the New York. Or was he with Boston? He was at New York Yankees, wasn't he? He was the second.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do you remember?
Like, oh, it's a joke about ordering a German Shepherd on Amazon. Like, I think she means like not the dog though, like a shepherd.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess it's supposed to be German.
Oh, okay.
I'm old and aging, I guess. Good thing you don't go out anymore, right? Throwback? No, just kidding.
What happened to Doberman Pinschers? How come you don't see? Are they extinct or something? How come you don't see them no more? They used to be the baddest MFs out. I remember coming up, them German Shepherds, and nobody. Pit Bull used to be old lady's dog, you know, and Doberman Pinschers were the baddest dogs out, man. Doberman Pinscher, people were stealing them. They were so valuable, but I haven't seen a Doberman Pinscher in probably 20, 25 years. It's just like they disappeared.
Remember those Afghan dogs?
Oh, the Afghan, the real kind of long hair and gag. They had a real kind of that's what's on that commercial with that guy, that insurance commercial, Liberty, and it's this like rock guy. He looks like he's got long hair, blonde hair, and the dog is sitting next to him. That's
I saw that one. Yeah.
Is that now Afghan, isn't it?
Yeah, that's an Afghan. So Barry Bonds turned white.
Barry Bonds.
How did somebody turn white? They said Barry Bonds. Didn't Barry Bonds turn white? What the fuck happened?
Mr. Rourke was cold. Speaking of transgenders, they ain't no tolerate. That's cold.
Yeah. Tanger changed her thing. Oh my God. I saw him play in the 90s. He used to be black. Why is he like? I don't even know who Barry Bonds is. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I keep thinking of Barry U.S. Bonds.
God damn, boy! Everybody's smoking tonight.
I know. I feel very lost tonight, like the whole night.
You feel very normal. You're square.
I'm like I know, and I'm fucking the one who's like not smoking because you guys.
Yeah, even
Birthday
Laura
hair,
V,
home.
Laura V had something going on tonight.
I know. Where'd she go? Oh,
She
yeah,
had
she
a
went to
nice
pick it up.
She had a nice little pre-roll. She had already smoked half of it.
I saw it. I wanted it.
Oh, Barry Bonds.
What was the best concert you ever went to?
Oh, probably the Gap Band. That was a pretty good concert. I had brought a Gap Band album, and on one side it was a Gap Band, and on the other side it was John Miller Mellencamp when he had Jack and Diana, and it first came out, and I wasn't really into rock music too heavy back then. I said, "Who the fuck is this on the other side?" Jack and Diana. What kind of bullshit is this? And I took it back. I mean, I should have kept it. It would have been. I don't know if it would have been worth money because that happens sometimes on pressing plants for record labels. They print one side would be one artist, and on the other side would be another artist, but it was a mistake, and it had.
Oh wow, you should have kept that. I had never heard of that before.
Yeah, that happens once in a while. It's like a misprint. Yeah.
I thought about trying to get a medical marijuana card. I am sure I could have. I need it, but I don't think I need to.
No. I
don't
know what state throwback. I don't know what state you're in, but is it legal where you're at?
Michigan.
Oh, Michigan. Okay. So is it legal there?
Isn't it legal everywhere?
No, it's only legal probably in 25% of the United States. It's not Colorado, Washington, New Mexico, California, a couple East Coast states, and that's it. You still got a bunch of conservative people out here who want it. California barely passed it. And they got some of the biggest free spirit people around.
In California.
Okay, Michigan, yes, it's legal there. So yeah. And actually here, yeah, so like in Washington, they intertwined all the it used to be medical was separate from recreational. Now it's all in the same store. So and actually they haven't started selling it here in New Mexico. They've got it for medical, but retail, recreational doesn't go on and isn't approved until April. But you can start as of this past summer, you can grow it. So I've started it on my girl. So I'll never
Work
have
smokes all day long.
Huh?
Work smokes all day long.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah, I would. I would.
Anytime you got somebody drawing SG tattoos on somebody's ass, he's a smoker.
He's gone crazy with all his
He must have envisioned that.
Have you seen all the videos that he puts up?
No, I haven't. I'll have to. He's got his own channel.
Okay. Yeah,
go check out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's got a paper dollar.
He drew that cardboard cutout of you that if you were if you were really super thin, if you were like 3 foot high and weighed 16 pounds or something, that was you, huh?
Yeah, and I have
your hand was really big.
I have one fat ankle and one skinny one.
He still got to get his depth perception down. It's
He said he almost cut my leg off by accident. It sleeps with me. He said,
"It's getting sick now."
It sleeps with me. That's funny. Probably does.
What's the new
Probably
fetish?
down his underwear.
We'll call it the cardboard fetish.
Yeah. He's like, I like the doll better than you. If we ever met. Those young pits of Rourke are so cute. Oh,
so throwback, people can grow it outside, huh? Here in New Mexico, you can grow it. You can grow up to 6 mature and 6 immature plants, so 12, but you can't grow it outside. But anything can go on the inside. So that's interesting. You can grow it outside there in Michigan. That's cool. Of course, they said that because you're not going to be able to grow great marijuana outside in Michigan. I doubt it anyway. It just doesn't get hot enough. It's only really, it's if you harvest in
ask work, he can tell you.
In October, if you harvest in October, it's already snowing in Detroit most times. So good luck.
Safer. You could ask Rourke about growing it outside. You could ask in Michigan. You could ask Dominic about growing it outside in Michigan.
Rourke, you grow outside? I didn't know that. That's cool.
You could ask fucking Michigan Maid about growing outside in Michigan. These motherfuckers are all fucking potheads. I told you.
Everybody on your channel's a stoner.
Yeah, I think I have the most stoners. Yeah, that's why I started calling them Token and Talking. Because I think I do have the most high birds in here.
Put it in the air.
Yeah, I wish. I wish you could fucking send it.
I remember the first concerts I would go to, when I was in junior high. That's always the staple. You could always smell some marijuana. And I never went to a big concert where it wasn't marijuana smell somewhere in the air.
We can grow 4 plants inside here now. Just cut past state legislature. So Kansas is going to be growing
grows in Michigan this year. It rained too much out.
Man?
If you plant right around April or May, and hopefully you can pull it by early September, it'll work. But yeah, it'll grow better here, like in the Southwest and hotter regions, Arizona and shit, in California and shit like that.
Yeah, I have been looking for a roach here for so long, and there is none. I have none.
Did you look under? Maybe you dropped some under the bed or something, or
no? I know. I've been searching.
Or maybe Tucker got a hold, or Roscoe got a hold of it and was running.
I don't know.
Running in the doors in the house.
All I want is some weed.
Fiending. We're dealing with fiends and stoners.
Air. Not air. There's nothing.
Sarah Boo says she went to the church preschool and told your kid told that daddy was growing some shit in the closet, and CPS showed up, huh?
Oh, she told on her father? Nice.
No, she said her kid went to church and told him that mommy and daddy was growing in the closet.
And then I went to church and told this picture.
Where do you get seeds, Tandra? You just go online to you go to Neptune Seeds. I get mine from a place called Pacific Seeds. There's a bunch of seed places, the Seedsman and Attitude Seed. Yeah, I dealt with Attitude Seed Bank way back, man, in the early 2000s, Mr. Rourke. Yeah, I forgot about Attitude. Yeah. So
Attitude.
You used to have to order from all the seed companies were out of the United States, and they would sit secretly to US, but now there's a bunch of seeds growers in the United States, so you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, I know. Yeah, but they're fucking wicked expensive. Just for 6 seeds, it's like $50 or something.
Oh, that's actually good. I get mine like 3 for 3 for 25 or 3 for 45, depending on who the grower is. That's not too bad, but you got to figure if you can pull, several ounces off of one plant, depending upon the strain, then you're set good. And I'm just growing it for my own personal use. So 1 or 2 maybe harvest per year, and that's good for me because I probably smoke per week average of probably every 2 weeks, like a quarter. So that's like or in a month, like a half ounce. I'm just like per day, maybe a joint and a half. I'm not one of those guys just hitting blunt after blunt after blunt. I just like to enjoy and I don't like to be burnt out. I can't smoke like I used to. And bong tokes and stuff, I don't do really bong tokes anymore because it just burns me out. So I just roll them up, or I'll have a pipe or something and just take a hit and just kind of, and I do sativa more now than I used to do more indica. And indica, you get more of a body stone and you're out. That's good right before you go to bed or something, but I don't like to be burned out as much. I'm just older and I like to enjoy it better now that way, where I'm burned out all day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What time is it where you are?
4 o'clock.
It's almost 4:20.
It's almost 4:20. What kind of stuff smoking? It's going to be 4 o'clock and 4:20.
Well, I'm just saying for you.
Oh, I get it. 4:20. I'm a little slow on that.
Yeah. 4:20.
Yeah, there we go. We should rename your instead of Survivor Girl 2019, it should be Survivor Girl 420.
Oh, I know, right? That's a good one. I should do that. Feminizing, metric, limit of stress. What about cross-pollination? Let's go on a field trip to Amsterdam. I smoke.
Clones and cutlings and all that shit. Clones, you got to be careful with clones because if you can stay with the same mother plant, then you're good. But clones are sometimes susceptible to pesticides and diseases and shit. So I just get all feminized seeds, and therefore I don't have to worry about any cross pollination, and I don't have to worry about any hermine or anything like that. So. And my germination rate is pretty good. I germinate probably about 95%, just about all of them. So, and I grow pretty organic. So, with a little bit of just a touch of fertilizer in it. So, I'm all good.
Mr. Rourke, just because you've been to Amsterdam doesn't mean that everybody else has been to Amsterdam.
You've been to Amsterdam, Rourke? Oh man,
why have you been everywhere like that, Mr. Rourke? Why have you been everywhere?
Where you can smoke freely in Amsterdam. Amsterdam,
yeah, I know, right?
The coffee and weed houses. Did you have some coffee and weed, Mr. Rourke?
Yeah, and hookers. And hookers. Every time he says something to me, I'll go, you gonna go to get a hooker? Get a hooker?
Isn't Holland right next to Amsterdam?
They had hookers.
Holland is they've got, you can do the same thing in Holland, can't you, that you do in Amsterdam? Is Holland, Amsterdam, and then there's another town, is there, right by it?
No, there's no more towns, only Holland and Amsterdam. I gotta walk downstairs.
The red light district of Amsterdam and Holland.
Oh, I sang the red light special to fucking Mr. Rourke last night. By TLC. Poor guy had to listen to me rapping and shit. I was rapping. I was fucking, I was raging. I was doing all kinds of singing.
Raging.
Yeah, I was like, give me something to break. What's Barney's is from Africa. Barney's is from South Africa.
Wait, what is Mr. Rourke? You know about Josephine Baker? Greenhouse Cafe. Okay, Josephine Baker. Yeah, Josephine Baker's was a dancer way back.
Yeah, I saw that. Didn't Halle Berry play her?
Yeah, you saw that. No, it wasn't Halle Berry. It was Lynn. She played in The Thin Line Between Love and Hate too. Lynn Moody. Was it Lynn Moody or Lynn?
I knew you went to the red light district, Mr. Rourke. You're so dirty.
Well, when you're in Amsterdam, you do as the Amsterdamians do.
No, you get all kinds of diseases then. Have you been tested, Mr. Rourke?
All those girls are clean there. They got cards because it's so open. It's like going to Vegas or something, you know?
No, they're not.
Everybody's got to be current on their shots and
Barney's. I don't know what Barney's is. Why does he keep talking about Barney's?
Mr. Rourke knows how to party.
Damn it. Mr. Rourke does? Yeah, right. So just kidding.
Rourke said he passed the test. What you have to take? He had to take a VD test or something before you go to Amsterdam.
What test?
He says, I passed my test. What's the test he's talking about? He was in Amsterdam.
What does that mean? You have to have a test to go with a hooker?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my God, he did. I knew it. I knew secular was fucking disease ridden.
Oh,
disease ridden.
Who admits that shit? He was exposed to syphilis.
He's gross. That's who. Somebody gross. Like fucking secular, man. He has issues. Poor guy. Sidewalk peacock test. When did he get exposed to syphilis? When that guy dry humped him?
Jeez.
Secular. Did he mean recently? Why did you sleep with him recently? Throwback? I'm sorry, I'm just kidding.
This guy's secular. I've heard a lot about it. Could you draw a a profile for me of him? I mean, is all the marbles rolling in the right direction?
Yeah.
Jeez.
You better not have banged hookers in Amsterdam. You better not have banged. Renee? Really? What a surprise. Isn't that the girl that she was shooting up in her neck?
Well, that's one of Secular's girls or something?
Hobos.
Oh, hobos.
That's why you call a homeless prostitute a hobo.
That's right.
I just made that up. I guess there's yep, he dumped her. Jesus Christ. A likely story. He may as well stay with her now. I mean, fuck. He's got syphilis, she's got syphilis. They're made for each other.
Yeah, you can't get rid of syphilis, I don't think. There's a couple herpes and syphilis just with you for life.
I didn't even know syphilis was still around. There's an outbreak in the D. Ew.
Oh, no. That's not good.
Stay away from their work. Don't be picking up hookers there. Everywhere he goes, I don't pick up hookers.
Where's the name hookers come from? Did it come from like she's got you on the hook, she hooked you or something? Where do the hookers come from?
Yeah, they were hooked. I'm hooking, like fishing. He's a good-looking guy, but he's messed up. Yeah, he is. He's got syphilis dick.
My mom used to call them streetwalkers. Streetwalkers.
We call them hookers.
Street.
I remember we could go like drive down the street, and not down the street from my house or nothing, but years ago they had a street called Lyman Street, and that was where the hookers were. But we don't have them now, or if we do, they don't.
What was it, 2 blocks long or something?
Yeah, it was just this little street near the fucking train station, and you know the girls back then would wear all those, you know, fucking spandex,
Flashy shit, yeah, flashy. A hooker looked like a hooker. Now they're just in regular Levi's.
I know, right? They just stare at the.
God damn it. A hooker's not even a good classy hooker anymore.
Nope. The Siftic. DC, it was 13th Street. Who's DC? Oh, in DC? I don't know about it. I didn't know about it being out there.
DC. I used to go to Howard University, and I lived off of 16th Street, so I kind of know what you're kind of the area. I guess going towards Rock Creek Park or something. Rock Creek Park, doing it in the dark, doing it in the dark. Oh yeah, Rock Creek Park.
Secular has to do it in the dark now that he has syphilis. Not.
Syphilis glows.
It glows?
It glows in the dark.
Oh my god, that's freaking funny. What about DuPont Circle? Where's DuPont Circle? You grew up in Washington, D.C.? I didn't know that, Tandra. Oh, yes, you told me that. Like, you told me you live close near there, yeah. I have another friend who grew up around there. I heard Washington. I think every city is getting bad lately, it seems, when I watch YouTube, anyway. YouTube makes it look. No hookers in DuPont Circle. Is that named after the DuPont? They're a weird family.
The DuPont rich family, aren't they part of the circle of those families? You know, like, I don't know if did you ever believe that, like there were those like the Rothschilds and with the kind of the Illuminati? Do you believe there's such thing as Illuminati?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't know, like really what it means. I don't call them Illuminati. I just call them fucking bastards. I don't like them, and that's that. Stripes fully nude in DC. Wait a minute. I just heard it. I just put two in. Wait, where are we at? How did you go from DC to a farm in her car? DuPont more LGBT stores and readers, hippies, rich area. Strippers fully nude in DC. I was shocked. Oh, he went to the strippers. Yeah. I know he kicks it with the Michigan Ave Street Girls. Yeah, he does. My farm is just 30 minutes from DC. No, Secular and Tom.
Well, I heard Tom.
Tom kills it. Kills it with them.
Tom pays some of the girls, and who came up with? Was it Nitty who came up with the name $10 Tommy, or was he known as $10 Tommy even before that?
Well, there is somebody named $10 Tommy, but I don't know if Nitty came up with that or if that guy was already named $10 Tommy. But
who's the guy that comes on here sometime? He's got his own channel, Tommy. Isn't his name? He got $10 somewhere in there?
No, that's Tommy D. Talking with Tommy D.
Tommy D. Okay.
Yeah. Because Tom Reed $10 Tommy because he gives him $10 for the interview.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Nitty made it up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he cheapens it. He makes it sound like it's just a real cheap, $10 tie. It's like
I know, right?
a whore who's only charging $10. It's like
Some of them do.
Yeah, I know it's that bad. It's
$10.
It's like, God damn, the price of pussy's gone down. It's with inflation.
It's drugs. They get like heroin or something, I think, for it. I don't know. I don't know anything about cooking. I don't know anything about cooking. I know nothing. I know nothing.
You know nothing.
I'm just a sweet, innocent survivor, girl. BJ is $10 in the D.
I miss Myers hasn't made a movie lately. I guess he's through with all the what's the series that he did. Mike Myers. What was it? The series?
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. He used to laugh my ass off on those. I guess he's through with those. I haven't seen him in nothing lately. Nothing.
No, I know. Me neither. I liked him in The Cat in the Hat, believe it or not. I liked that movie.
Oh, is he in that? Okay, that was one of his last ones. Okay.
No, that was a while ago, actually.
Oh, that was before Austin Gold.
Around the same time, when he was like famous and making a lot of movies.
Yeah.
How do you know a blowjob is $10 in the D, Tanger? Tarabuca is $10? Seriously? That's $10. I need more coffee. Want some? I wish. Not that he was with her, but that he lives close to her. To Debbie? And Debbie be staying away from him now that he's got syphilis. Why was he telling people he was exposed to syphilis? I think every time he's on here, I'm exposed to syphilis.
Jesus. You're a carrier.
He's killing me, These people.
Well, Al Capone died of that. Let him his fester for years. It got so bad that syphilis, if it goes untreated, you'll go blind and you'll start losing your mind and shit. So
saying all that time they thought it was masturbating that made people go blind.
Grow hair on the palm of your hand.
Says
they used to say you could go blind if you masturbate. You go blind or grow hair on the palms of your hands.
That's because you're squinting your eyes. Maddie said Secular was exposed to syphilis. Oh no, Maddie said that it was $10 for a blowjob.
Oh.
Oh, I know that was gross. When I was young, I was working in GM. A guy asked me what one of my hoes you want, young blood. He called it $2 necky neck, $2 backy back, and to take her to White Castle. What's necky neck and backy back? What does that mean?
From the front to the front to the back to the back.
I don't know what that means. Backy back and take her to White Castle.
Get her a couple of burgers at White Castle.
Yeah, right. You don't want to be hungry.
All in the deal.
God knows what you'll do if he's hungry. We all seen Maddie. No, sorry. Just kidding. Poor Maddie. I'm just sitting around anyway. I'm not cracking on her or nothing.
Maddie.
Well, I'm going to go to sleep. Huh? I'm tired.
I said it. Yeah, I guess since we're talking about food, we might as well talk about peace, love, and tacos.
Yeah,
when's the last
I know.
time you had a damn taco?
Oh my God, I don't know. It was a while ago.
You gotta live by your motto: peace, love, and tacos.
Well, I was getting them a lot before, but then I got burnt out on them. So.
Wow, yeah.
But I still like them.
Yeah, homemade. You like homemade tacos? You do that, or
yeah. Oh my God, this fucking cat again. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, let's do. Yeah, see, because my cat just did that. Switched us
Okay,
up
well,
like that.
peace, love, and tacos till we see you guys
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, peace, love, and taco, you guys. Bye. Love you guys. Bye, Day Day. Bye, Rourke. Bye, Tandra. Bye, Caribou. Bye, Throwback. Bye, everybody in the room.